Okay, we're liver. I got a fresh cut,
Oh, looking good, bro. Looking real good.
fresh shave. I know I've said this before, but I never know how to explain my haircut properly. Like this one, I'm okay with it, but I feel like it's still a little too square. I love it more rounded, which I think needs to get trimmed more in the back over here.
Bro, the answer is to just have a picture and show it to the barber. That's the only thing you could do. Is just be like, I
Yeah,
want it like this. You know what I'm
I know.
saying? That's it.
I
That's all
know.
you could do. That's the best you could do, you know?
And I've had fresh haircuts in the past where like at the end I should just say take a picture of this shit so when I come back I could just show it
Right.
because
Yeah,
every
let me
single
get this
time
exact shit.
I'm always questioning what I got. And this one in particular was even more square. Like it looked like I think my barber is, I don't know what he is, but he's some type of Hispanic or, Spanish or something. And I was like, yo, it was kind of square. Like, can you like it looks like Kim Jong Un? Like, and he started laughing
Nah,
a little bit.
you're bugging.
Um,
It looks good. It looks good.
I mean, a little. I mean, he definitely crushed the fade, which is in art, in itself. But he could have went a little less boxy on my shit. I felt, but
I still think it looks good. I think it looks
yeah, it's
good.
straight.
I see what you're
It's
saying about how you want to round off the edges more, but I feel like it just makes it gives your face like a very masculine face shape right now,
yeah.
which is good.
And I shave my beard and I do it in the bathroom. And Molly always gets mad because like I don't know if
It's
you've ever
everywhere.
like it everywhere. Like
Yeah.
it's like in cabinet, like in the little
Mhm.
crevices of the cabinet, like
Yep.
and I don't know. Does your sink ever get like? I mean, Crystal's got long hair and shit like that. Like, I feel like my sink and my bathtub are always getting clogged up, and it's
Yeah.
impossible to like put some shit in there um, to undrain it.
Yeah, from time to time, especially our DC one
Unclog it.
gets it gets like clogged. You got to pour some Drano or whatever the fuck down there and just hope it works out. But yeah, it's not doesn't work that well, so you're usually dealing with like some slow ass drainage once it gets clogged. Once it's like forever, it's going to be a little slow now.
And there's techniques. I mean, like I was like messing around with like our sink for a hot minute, and I was like trying to stick stuff in there and like snake it out, and then literally like I don't know if it was Molly's mom or the plumber or someone like just literally unscrewed the whole top and the whole shit opened. Like I'm over here sticking all this shit in there, probably fucking it up way worse, and they just unscrewed the whole top and like fixed the whole shit.
That classic story of like we can't do some basic ass shit and somebody else does it. Let me ask you, is it what do you have the one connection for your face or is that the two or what is it?
I
Do you
did
know?
a one on my face this time. I did a skin fade for my hair,
Right.
and then the face I did
One
um
all around?
a one all around. And it's weird because I'll do the whole beard and keep doing it. And there's certain spots that like I have to like go in a little bit. Like right here, obviously is a little harder because it's just weird.
Yeah,
It's like right
same.
by the
The shape
nose
is
is
weird.
hard to
Yeah, the
get
shape
to.
is
Yeah.
just weird to get the areas that you need to get. I also have little patches that are like darker than other patches. Like I got a spot right here that's kind of darker. You see how
Yeah.
like hair here is like a little more thick for some
Yep.
reason.
Yep.
Yeah, like I kind of hate how that shit works. That like it's not just perfectly even.
For whatever reason too, when they always cut my hair, they always like make it look good in that moment. Like they'll like like hair blow it or whatever that shit is and like stick it up nicely so when you're looking at it in the mirror you're like, yeah, that shit looks fine. And I'm not the type to like, I hit him one time. I was like, hey man, when I told him about the Kim Jong Un shit or whatever, I was like, can you kind of just round it out a little bit? And I feel like it got to a point where I couldn't, like, he cut more off. And then the second time I wasn't going to be like, again, like, can you do some more shit?
Right. Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I kind of always, that's how I am at restaurants too. Like I'll never send shit back. I'll never kind of be
Never.
confrontational just because like I felt like he's done enough and he's been working hard for kind of that
Yeah.
last 45 minutes. So I'm like, all right, I kind of appreciate what he's done. So I don't want to be a
Right.
dick and be like, can you do more?
And bro, sending shit back is like very not even low key, high key psycho behavior. If you send shit back, that's crazy. To
I
to
feel
get
like
some food and be like, no, 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 I'm sending. Like even if they give me the wrong ass order, I still am just like, okay. I
I
just
feel
deal
like
with it.
it's also, yeah, that's how I am too. And it's also, I feel like though, an age thing. I feel like at a certain age, you start
Not give a
to
fuck.
not give a fuck is more. Like I know Gary listens. Shout out to Gary and George too. Like if George listening right now, I feel like both of them are
They'll
at a
just be
point
like,
in their life
"Give me
where
my
they'll be
shit."
like, yeah, they'll be like, give me my shit. You know what I
I can
had
share mine.
though, which was OD banging. You ever have Korean barbecue?
I told you, yeah. We talked about this last
Oh,
week. It was
okay.
tremendous. I love that
I
shit.
I went back.
Oh,
We went back the other day,
hooked on it
and
now.
I'm hooked on it. Like it's $40, like 55 different options of food. But this time my waiter was trying to be a G. So like I was crushing the meat. I was like, pause.
Pause.
Pause. Pause. OD. And so anyway, yeah, I was devouring that meat, bro.
You were sucking him dry, bro.
Yo, but no, low key, I was like eating mad meat, and every like so probably like 30 minutes in because you get 90 minutes to sit down. Everybody else had their shit. So the cooker thing has 3 different stages. So at the end of your table, they go 1, 2, 3 on like how hot your burner gets. My burner was OD hot. The meat was like cooking mad fast, and every time this dude would come by, he would lower my heat to 2. And like he just kept doing it at my table. So like I would get more meat, order the shit, make the shit, eat it, and then like he would come and like switch it to 2. So then when he leave, I would switch that shit back to 3. So like 3 different times he did it. And then he came back and did it again. I was like, yo, why do you keep changing my shit to 2? And like came up with some bullshit excuse of like, oh,
Slow
you know, I
cooking it
work.
makes it taste better or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the slow cooking and he changed out my grill too to put a brand new shit in there, which was ice cold, which takes more time.
Oh, no.
So like I think it's a fucking method they do when someone's crushing it to like slow them down of like putting a cold burner on there and then also lowering the heat so it takes more time for the meat to cook.
Oh, because it's all you can eat. Because once you
Yeah.
get that makes
So I called him out on
sense.
that shit. I was like, yo, why do you keep switching my shit to 2? And like he kind of like got caught and was like, oh, I work somewhere else, and like the burner gets too hot, so it starts burning the food and this. And I was like, stop lying, bro. Like, come on, just tell me that I'm crushing it, and you didn't want me to eat so much fucking meat.
That's crazy. That you might be right. At first, I sort of bought into like, oh, it probably makes it taste better if you slow cook it. But when you describe, like, no, I think that is they're trying to slow you down so that you eat less. You know,
100%. And I was
that's
crushing
crazy.
that shit. They had like these dumplings that were slamming,
It's
and
good,
my
bro.
and my dad went too, and he was like a big fan of that shit.
It's so good. It's so tasty. You know, I haven't had it in a minute. Me and Crystal gotta go. It's so
Gotta go
delicious.
back. Gotta go back. I gotta get one of those. What do you have? Is that viral squishy fucking
Oh yeah,
toy?
no, I don't know if it's viral, but you know, our youngest has a shitload of these. So whatever she has laying around the house, sometimes I'll just grab and start squeezing. You know.
I'm gonna have to get one of those soon. Tomorrow I get the pins out in this bitch.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Are you
Yeah.
excited?
Bro, tell me how I kind of help out at a catering spot. And like I, I'm sure everybody knows this, but like all chefs that work at restaurants are kind of a little off their rocker.
Mm-hmm.
So this one chef that works at the spot that I work at, like 2 people signed my cast, and he comes over and he was like, and he's just a dick as is. And he was like, yeah, let me sign your cast. Bro, he starts drawing a penis on my cast.
Oh
Bro.
no! No! Don't
I'm
do
like,
that.
come on, man. Like, this is my actual cast that's on
Yeah,
my
we're too
hand.
old for this shit.
Yeah,
We're
and
way
you
too
got a
old.
permanent marker. So he
Yeah, and
started it over here,
you
and
had to
then
fucking like axe it and turn it into a flower or some
yeah,
shit.
Nick's turned it into a flower. But I'm like, don't do that, man. Like, don't like how old are fucking we, man?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Got to chill with that, man. Too old for that shit.
So anyway, I'm gonna probably have to get I did a lot of AIing and I did my research. I'm hoping that this comes off tomorrow and they put it in a soft cast that literally just goes on my hand, goes on my thumb, and literally will just stop right here because I didn't realize how much of a pain in the ass this shit is, Loki.
So when it comes off, are you going to be able to move your hand normal, or is it like you got to build it back up, or how does that work?
I think so. And it's kind of crazy because like I've felt so many different kind of feelings in my thumb, like as I feel like it's healing. Um, and I looked up that like all the different stages of like your hand and like the bones and the muscles are like reconfiguring like, you know, where they go in the body or whatever. And then one day it was like, it felt like someone was adjusting wires in my shit, because it was like the nerves like were starting to like get back together. And it's been weird. It's been wild, because like I didn't realize that. I thought these fingers were fine, but like these fingers were really swollen. And just recently I've started to be able to like bend them a little bit more.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so you think maybe they had some hairline fractures too, the other fingers, or?
I don't know if they had hairline fractures, but like I feel like when they did surgery, like just the kind of like impact that was being done to my hand, you know, took a toll on the other fingers, and definitely
Mm.
like got them sore, or like, you know, like they definitely were affected by my thumb, because looking at them now, those like I took a shower and the swelling went down, and I just started to see like the inside of my fingers again. And
Mm.
it's like a crusty butthole. There's just a lot of like shit in there, bro.
It's probably gonna stink when they take that shit off. They probably gotta wash it.
It's gonna be super grimy. I haven't cut my nails, bro. Like I feel so grimy, because literally I shower, I don't put a thing on it. I just hold my hand like to the side.
Mm.
I can't put deodorant on this side because nothing can hold in this hand.
Oh, dog,
And
you gotta get Molly to hook you up with that, man. Like that's a classic wife thing. Like you break a hand, she gotta do that. Like, come
I
on.
guess so. I guess so. Have you seen the fucking did you see the Patriot? Did we talk about the Patriots coach and the girl that he was like the reporter that he was having an affair with for like 6 years?
I don't know. Is that the old ass dude with the young ass girl, or are we talking about something else?
No,
'Cause I
no, the
don't think so.
Patriots coach Mike Vrabel and like Diana Rossini.
Yeah, no, I don't know about this.
Yeah, he was like, they got caught in Arizona like having an affair, and then like they try to front like they weren't, and then New York Post had photos of them like 6 years ago put together, and they
Oh
basically
my
were like,
word.
or he came out and kind of was like, yeah, I'm getting my shit together, and she basically was still trying to deny the shit, and they were like, yo, fire your whole PR team, because you're fucking up OD right now.
Why do people care about somebody like that?
Yeah, I guess that's true, but then like,
It's not on some
yeah,
like Brad Pitt. Like nobody knows who the fuck these people are, right? Or is he big in the sports world?
I mean, he's the head coach of the Patriots, and I guess it's just exciting because it's like he's married, she's married, so like it's kind of like, it's like, why do people care about anything? Like ABC like does all these like, I guess murder is a little bit more interesting for like a story, you know?
And
But
who
like they
murdered
have
who?
like, no, I don't know. They have like these murder docs on ABC of just like random people that live in like North
Yeah,
Dakota
that
or
true
some
crime
shit.
shit. Women love that true crime shit. Like
Yeah.
that's the key demographic audience for that.
But like, why do people care about that stuff? Because it's like they would never murder someone, so they're kind of like intrigued by that shit.
Yeah, I guess. I guess sex stuff always sells, but I don't know. For somebody like a fucking head coach of a football team, like who's the head coach of the Vikings? If the head coach of the Vikings was having an affair, would anybody give a fuck? Like I feel like
Yeah,
you could
probably
shop that
not.
story around and TMZ would be like, "Nah, we're good. We don't need to run that." You know?
That's what I think happened. I think TMZ like turned the story down at first, and then the New York Post picked it up, and it started picking up a lot of steam, and everybody was laughing at TMZ because they usually pick up like any fucking story, but the New
Bro,
York
they're
Post
in
was getting
DC
all the love.
now. TMZ is in DC. They're about to fuck up Washington, bro. Like
Really?
they're gonna do so much of a better job than like CNN and all these other news outlets. Like they don't fuck around, man. They are brutal. They are vicious. They go right for the real shit, you know?
But what do you think? So you think they're going to go out there and start like not harassing, but like start
They're
like
gonna do their
questioning
TMZ shit.
politicians?
100%. They're gonna do they're already starting to do it. They're already starting to do it. It's fucking incredible. They're so good. Like I'm so happy they're there because they're gonna actually show you what journalism is supposed to be. You know? Not this fucking soft ass like, let's all go hang out at the White House Correspondents' Dinner shit. Like, no, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking grill you, you know?
I saw one actually. Now that you say that, because there's a guy that I've known from TMZ. He's on like TMZ Live. He's like an Australian looking dude, and he's got like long flowy hair. And he was like, I'm gonna investigate what they did with all the lobster at the correspondence dinner, because no one was able to eat their dinner. So what'd they do with all that good ass food? And he went to the Hilton and like looked through the trash of where all the lobster went.
And it was there.
I don't know if he found it, but like that was like his, I guess they were having a slow day on stories. So he like was like, that's what I'll do. But like I don't know, I feel like they've always done not shisty shit, but like they'll kind of snake their way to get the story that they need, you know?
Yeah, but like that sort of approach, I kind of agree that it's sort of sleazy to do that approach when you're dealing with celebrities,
Mhm.
but I feel like you should use that approach for politicians. Like
Yes.
these are actually powerful ass people who are making decisions that are ruining people's lives. So like I feel like people support somebody who's kind of like a hard ass and is willing to like get dirty in order to get the story when it comes to
Mhm.
politics. Like I don't want you like violating the privacy rights of like fucking Tom Cruise or whoever the fuck, but like do I want you getting the story on fucking like Mitch McConnell or Lindsey Graham no matter what? Yeah. However the fuck you got to get that shit, do that shit, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy that it's taken this long because now that you say that, like they've obviously owned the Hollywood scene and paparazzi world for a while. And
OD
then they kind of started
dabbling
branching
in
off into
politics.
well, but they got into sports a little bit too when they
Okay.
had like the TMZ sports. But to your like they never really dove into politics. And it's like
Just starting.
to your point, like it's a perfect time to because like the people that should be held accountable, like to your point, Tom Cruise is just a movie star. Like you know, whether or not like he says
Right.
some shit that's fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
he's just a movie star. But people that actually affect what laws go into place, those are the people that should be getting grilled and should be
Get them.
getting like. I've just seen a lot of like they were pressing two guys on like they played in a baseball game or some shit. Like the stuff I've seen hasn't been any hard hitting shit yet. So hopefully they get
So
some people that are politically to ask
I
them some real
I
shit.
got one. I got one I'm covering tomorrow. They
Oh,
asked
okay.
Pete Hegseth some shit,
Mm.
and it was good. And like, if that's any sign of how they're going to act going forward, like I support them 1,000%.
So do the people in DC, like politicians, just like walk around the city like on some regular ass shit? Like you could just see people walking around like, oh, there's AOC.
100%. And it's what's crazy is I and probably you too are more well known than like 90% of the politicians.
Definitely not me, but
No, you too. I guarantee you have more people who know you than the average congressperson has people who knows them. Without a doubt. Without a
and
doubt.
that's wild too because they had thousands and potentially millions of people vote for them on their shit, you know?
Well, for Congress people, it would be more thousands, but
Right.
yeah, like I wouldn't even recognize literally all of the Congress people. I'd only be able to spot like maybe 30% of them myself,
Yeah.
and I'm a fucking political expert, right?
Yeah.
So like without a doubt, like there are some that are like AOC is definitely famous.
Mhm.
Senators like Bernie Sanders is definitely famous. Ted Cruz is
Ted
definitely
Cruz,
famous.
yeah.
Yeah, like these are people most people would know them, I would say. But like 90% of the politicians, nobody knows who the fuck they are.
Yeah, I've seen videos of people. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Bro, the golfer Brooks Koepka, who I
Yeah.
believe has won 5 majors. He did like this YouTube golf video with these guys on this channel that I watch, and he literally said they were like, "Wait, you just like go into the Wawa and get some food?" He's like, "Yeah, I do that all the time." And then he was
Brooks
like,
does?
"Brooks Koepka does," and then he's like, bro, literally nobody knows like who I am." And I'm like, bro, I looked at Crystal and I was like, I think we're more well known than this professional golfer who's won 5 fucking majors, which is
That's
kind of
kind of
crazy.
wild.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of crazy.
I also thought about that weirdly today because I saw a video of you know the actor Adrian Brody?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he's like a A-lister movie star. Like he's
Yeah,
a big
up there.
deal.
He's up there.
He posted a video on Instagram of like I guess he's in a Broadway show and living in New York City and he was walking in New York City trying to do like some motivational video of like good morning, like you know, hope everybody's doing well. And like one person next to him spotted him was like, "Oh shit, I just watched your movie. Like, can I get a selfie?" And I was looking at him like he had a baseball cap on. I was like, "How the fuck did anybody recognize him?" Like, you know, like I
It's not hard to throw somebody off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to wear some sunglasses, put a baseball hat on. You know, like it's pretty easy to be like make people second guess themselves. Like, wait, is that person? You know?
unless you're like fucking Victor Wembanyama or like Shaquille O'Neal or some shit, then you've got a rough go of it because
Yeah,
every time you go out, it's a wrap.
and if you're like A+ list celebrity, like
Yeah.
there's no escaping that. But even
But
as like a
but like
B-list
Tom
celebrity,
Cruise can put some hat on and like you don't
he's one
think
of the ones where I feel like people would. Well, again, with a hat and sunglasses, he could possibly get out of it, but I don't know. I think he would get recognized, like for sure. If he walks through a city, like definitely getting recognized. You know?
and also they wear mad make. I've seen like I don't know if it's on his podcast, but like Conan O'Brien without any makeup on, and I'm like, holy,
Looks
like
trash, right?
he
Bro,
kind of reminds
Oprah.
me of Trump looking.
Damn, that's crazy. Have you seen Oprah? Like Oprah has the best makeup artist ever. Where
No, I
when
haven't seen it without makeup.
bro,
Let me
once
see.
when they put the makeup on her, she looks like 15 years younger. Like I want her makeup artist to do my face before I go on air for my show because they would turn me into some like airbrushed fucking prince.
Damn. Let me see.
Just type in Oprah without makeup and pull some shit up.
Let me
Oprah
see this.
without makeup. It's the classic one that people talk about. Yeah, man. They
Yeah, that's
fucking
kind of
they bless her, bro. Like the best makeup
like
artist.
a multi-bajillionaire, like
It's just incredible. And she would probably tell you, like, I have the best fucking makeup artist. You know who else? Bill O'Reilly, bro. Bill O'Reilly without makeup. Oh my word. Bill
see a weird looking one.
O'Reilly without makeup. Bro, he is I don't see any pictures of it, but like it got to the point where even with makeup when he was on air, like he was not looking good, bro. But like
This one is, I think we'll do it justice. Hold on.
Yeah, let me see this shit.
Oh.
Bill O'Reilly. They need like all the king's horses and all the king's men to get him to look like when he goes on air, like to get him to look alive. It's there's something about that super pale.
You guys are just naming Irish people without makeup. Oprah's definitely not Irish.
Oprah's not Irish, bro. Come on now. But I mean, to your point though, there is that like that super light skin, that super pale skin.
Yeah.
Like that man. And I'm saying lighter than you. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
you're not at the lightest level. There's still like 3 levels below you. You know what I'm saying?
There's
and like
hold on.
That like palest complexion, man. First of all, you spend 7 minutes in the sun and your ass is cooked. Like you got to go to the hospital for some like 3rd-degree burn type shit. But like those people as they age and they need the makeup. Like Conan O'Brien, like you said, like he's another one, you know.
Hold on.
Wait, you got a Conan one or what you got?
Yeah, but it's definitely not Conan O'Brien, but I don't know who that is, but he kind of looks like him.
No. Oh my word. That's like that hair loss is wild too, man. What's the
It looks
Norwood
like Humpty
scale?
Dumpty.
Norwood hair scale. Yeah, what Norwood is he, bro? He's a solid Norwood 5 right there, man. That's a Norwood 5 she's screaming at you.
Bro, he got that Stephen A. Smith hairline, bro.
Oh, don't even. Stephen A's is better than this one. Jesus. Stephen A has got like a solid like 3 more inches forward, you know?
Oh my gosh.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That one's
so
rough,
anyway,
man.
It would be cool if TMZ was smart and they saw you walking in DC. I'd love to like see you on TMZ one day, man. That would be kind of fire.
Crystal, I think Crystal had him on Breaking Points, one of their guys on Breaking Points. So like we opened up a line of communication. Yeah, because we opened up a line of communication because I said to Crystal, I'm like, they're gonna break some incredible stories. Like knowing what TMZ is, like they're not gonna disappoint. They're gonna have some shit, and like you want to be one of the first places where they go to like share the story. You know what I'm saying? So it's you got it. It's good to snuggle up to those people. You know,
100%. That's a great person to have in your fucking back pocket because like one, if you have some shit, you could sell it to them and kind of make some bread. And 2, it's kind of good to be that first line of like, here's what the fuck's happening. And like your audience is going to want to hear this shit.
Totally. And I don't doubt they'll get like the juicy shit too. Like when Madison Cawthorn was like, I was invited to an orgy by congressmen. Like they'll figure out who the fuck said that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Whoever got what was it? Lauren Brobite was like, giving someone a hand job or something at the Broadway show or something.
Yeah, she was jacking somebody off at Beetlejuice. Bro's getting jacked off at Beetlejuice. That's wild. Like that's some shit where there's kids nearby. Like, bro, reel it in. I'm all for
and the fact she still has her much. And then I think it was Marianne Williamson or someone reposted something where she was walking up the stairs and was like, I have standards when it comes to like not doing stocks or something in politics. And then the person was like, or maybe it was the girl from Ohio, Nina Turner. Like, that's the only thing you have like morals for? Like literally like everything else that's going on, the only thing you have morals from is not like
Buying stocks.
buying
Yeah.
stocks.
Classic.
It's sad, man, because it's like, I mean, all the politicians are phony and fake, man. So hopefully, yeah, they expose them for fucking being the frauds that they are.
I think they will. I think they'll do a good job.
So anyway, fucking, have you ever been to that Hilton in DC? Is like was security just sleeping on the job that night?
Bro, that's the first thing I asked Crystal. I was like, have we ever been there? And I don't think I haven't. She has, because back when she was on MSNBC, she said she had gone to like 2 or 3 of the White House Correspondents' dinner shits.
Oh, shit. That's kind of dope.
Yeah, so she was at 2 or 3 of them. And Trump, did you know that Trump talked to her at them? Did you know this? Did I tell the story live yet?
I don't know if you told it, but I think you told me she met him before or might have spoken to him before.
So she met him at the White House Correspondents' dinner. And he is such a star fucker that he goes up to her and he's like, Crystal, love your show. Love the cycle. You and Teray and all of them. Like, you guys do a great job.
Knew her shit.
Knew her shit. Because I'm telling you, he's a star fucker. This guy loves TV. He loves the show. Like, he's got his eye on all that shit. So, and Crystal was like, yeah, like, he tries to charm people. And I forget what she said. She said something to him. And then, like, she kind of, like, pushed his buttons a little bit. And she said something to him. And then he goes, like, that's the wrong question, Crystal. You're asking the wrong question. I don't remember what she said, but that was his reaction to it. I remember that. So, yeah, that's when she met him. It was very weird, she said, now looking back on it. And I've told the story about how I've seen him, right? About how, I think I've told the story on air. Okay, yeah. So, first of all, when my mom and my dad split up,
oh, I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah, you know this. I think I've told this on air before, come to think of it. But my dad started dating a woman who ran the pro shop at one of Trump's golf courses nearby. Oh. And so my dad took me to play the Trump courses when I was a kid. And because he was dating the woman who ran the pro shop, and she, like, allowed us to come on the course. And, like, it was crazy. And then I saw him. I think I may have seen him when I was at the course maybe once, because I played the course like 3 or 4 times, something like that. But where I definitely saw him was one of my friend's dads was a member at one of the most exclusive golf courses in Westchester. Right. And Trump's also a member there. And I was eating a bacon cheeseburger with Swiss cheese on it. In like the little
crazy
restaurant
how you
area.
have a vivid memory of that shit.
It was like this little side area where, like, nobody else really eats, but if you're like a kid, you can go and eat in this little side area, this little side room, and there's a big window to the outside, and Trump went walking by to go to the next. He was playing golf. He went walking by to go to the next tee, and I remember seeing Trump walk by. So yeah, that's crazy. Bro almost got victimized.
He almost had you in the Epstein files, bro. If you like said hi to him or some shit like that.
Man, it was probably around the time too. Like, let's say I was 12 years old. So 88, 98, 99, 2000. That puts it at the year 2000. Yeah, he definitely was already besties with Jeffrey Epstein and shit, you know?
Kind of wild.
Like, he went from hitting a golf shot right by me to, like, going to find a 13-year-old or some shit. Like, he's fucked up, man. That dude's fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, I just saw that when he did this 60 Minutes interview, the way he kind of, like, tries to control the conversation of, like, telling the lady.
It backfired so bad, though, this time. You
know? Oh, that one was horrible for him.
I'm not really a pedophile. Bad. I'm not a rapist.
And then literally was just, like, getting so defensive to the point where it was like, bro, she wasn't even talking about you. She was literally just reading the manifesto. And, like, why are you coming at her like that, you know?
No, but I think she knew. She was like, you think they're talking about you?
Yeah, she was, like, setting them up.
She knew.
Yeah.
But I fuck with it. I fuck with how sly she was with it, you know?
But, yeah, so, like, at what point, and we said this in our chat, do you think his team is just buying Timo actors to, like, set up these assassination attempts? Because it's kind of crazy that, like, everyone keeps failing horribly, and, like, this one wasn't even close, you know? And it's like
on some Looney Tunes ass shit. Yeah,
some like Looney Tunes ass shit. Like, and all of there's so many different. It's almost like when Steph Curry hits a crazy 3, and they'll do a reaction, and they'll zoom in on everybody's faces in the crowd, and like one guy's like all the different things. The amount of shit that was going on that all over Twitter is like JD Vance getting pulled away first, There's the fucking RFK, and like people are joking on him because
His
he
wife
left his
was 5
wife
feet
like,
behind him. Yeah.
like he didn't even care about her. And then there's like some dude eating salad. There's a lady
Yeah, that
like
guy
taking
was
a
cool. I
champagne.
fuck with that guy.
That guy was ODG because that was the same shit I would have done. I would have been
Yeah.
like, "We good? All right, fuck it. This food's kind of banging. Let me just get down." But like, I don't know. What were your thoughts on that shit? Because it was just kind of wild.
I absolutely loved how immediately on Twitter everybody was like, fake, not real, bullshit. And by the
Mhm.
way, this is what Trump made this happen. Trump created this. He created the environment where like we live in fuck a low trust country. We live in a no trust country. People
Facts.
don't believe shit because we've been lied to 1,000 times over. People are, I feel like it's a very common position now that the Butler shooting was fake. That was the last one. That shit was fake because his ear doesn't even have a fucking scar on it, and they lowered the flag for the picture and moved in the photographers and like all sorts
Weird.
of shit. So people already feel like that one's fake. This one, I swear to God, it was instantaneous. The people were like, "Nope, not buying it." People like that were like, "Nope, nope, not real. Don't care. Shut the fuck up. You got a 33% approval rating. You desperately need something to try to juice your numbers. Y'all motherfuckers came up with this.
Yeah.
Y'all not slick. It's not landing. We don't believe you." So, I mean, just the fact that like once you're at that point, you're cooked. You're barbecued because then like there's nothing that could happen that would ever make people like you again in that scenario. Like if not even this can garner some sympathy, if everybody immediately thinks it's fake, like you fucked up. And somebody had a funny tweet. They said something like, when it's like the third or fourth time, like you might have to look in the mirror, bro. I was like, oh shit. Like, yeah, but if it's like how many times before people go, you know what? You might be fucked up.
But like, also, I mean, I don't know what I was gonna say. It just doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. This shit just doesn't add up. Like, it's like.
How about the shit? Did you see the shit that the Fox News people that Caroline Levitt said like there's going to be shots fired tonight on Fox News before the shit? Then there was somebody else who called into Fox News and said Caroline Levitt's husband leaned into her and said, this is before anything happened, leaned into her and said like, you got to stay safe tonight because it can get dangerous out here. He said something like that. And then the call cut off. When the woman was telling the story, she said that and then the call cut off. As if like the Fox producers were like, oh, no, cut that. Don't let them say that shit. So there's so many weird little things about it. Never mind the fact that like there was that one random Twitter account that tweeted the shooter's name and tweeted it back in 2023. And that shit was real. That's just, I mean, and he was a really smart guy. He went to Caltech. He was like building fucking medical equipment. He was like a high IQ fucking genius type. And then he also in his manifesto, he said, like, I'm going after the administration. And then it said, but not Kash Patel, which is like, hold on. But that's fucking weird. Why would you say that? Because Kash Patel's the head of the FBI. And the history of the FBI, they oftentimes try to like entrap people to do crimes and then stop them before they commit the crime.
Yeah.
And so that's what they did. Like during the war on terror, they'd find some like, like mentally ill Muslim teenager or something, and they would convince them to do some sort of terror attack. And then before they do it, they would foil it and go, we stopped a terror attack. We're geniuses. And so when you see not Kash Patel, I'm like, what the did the FBI play a fucking role in this? This is super bizarre.
In that shit, if you go to his video clip, he's just sitting there chilling, like he knows what's up, like, so like, yeah, maybe he knew what the fuck was happening too.
Also, that Looney Tunes ass video of him like sprinting through security. You saw that video?
Yeah, he was like he's
sprinting. Yeah, like Usain Bolt type, just like running. And then 6 shots ring off. He doesn't get hit, but they arrest him. It's like he didn't even get a shot off. He wasn't even on the right
picture
floor.
Too? Like how do they get that beautiful?
Trump,
like,
how did Trump have the picture Trump had the picture out within like 5 minutes? Trump posted the picture of him like immediately. Like how did you get the security video, the picture? You had that shit within like 20 minutes? Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like people are going to ask questions, bro. They're going to ask questions because that shit, like it's a little out there,
But it's also funny to me, and I think like Jed made this point, like why are we pretending like this dinner is some regular ass shit too? Like the freedom of the press, is like
White House Correspondents' Dinner, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they were saying like the purpose of it is to like the First Amendment and like freedom of like the press and all this shit. And it's like, why are we pretending like Trump isn't the worst fucking president in the 100%. World? Like still honoring this guy and like having media members even be in the, like, what is the purpose of that shit anyway? Like, it's so phony that he's even sitting up there with the mentalist O's, like, doing tricks. Like, where are we in this world that's cool?
Bro, he's gone to none of these things until this one. This is the first one he went to, because he famously, he hates comedians. He doesn't like jokes at his expense. He's fucking insecure. He's got thin skin. He can't take a fucking joke. And so he went to none of them. This is the first one he fucking went to. And yeah, to your point, if you're showing up there, like, this motherfucker's destroying freedom of the press. How can you sit in a room and giggle with somebody who's like actively your enemy and fucking hates you, you know?
Yeah. And then he even said in the 60 Minutes, like, I want to do it. Like, I want to do it again. You know, like, I want them to do this shit. Like, no, man, like, you shouldn't even have it in the first place.
Yeah, and also, it's not going to be fucking funny when he makes jokes about the press, because, like, it's not actually going to be jokes. You're just mean-spirited and you hate them and you wish the press would fucking die. And so, like, if you make a joke at their expense, it's not in good fun. It's not, like, tongue-in-cheek. It's like, no, you mean that shit. Like, you actually fucking hate them. They correctly hate you. So, like, no, don't do a stand-up routine. Like, it doesn't work with him. Obama was genuinely good at it. Obama was genuinely had good comedic timing and, like, would kind of nail it with his jokes. In fact, remember, people sort of blame Obama for Trump even running in the first place, because Obama made jokes at Trump's expense to his face at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and Trump was, like, clearly fucking devastated about that shit, you know?
Yeah. And then Dana White was like, that was awesome. You know, like,
so weird.
It's such a weird thing. And then him compared to Erica Kirk. I don't think it was performative, but her leaving.
Oh, it was performative. Nah, you can say it. That's it. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? This bitch was giggling and smiling after her husband got shot in the neck, and here she is when the shooter wasn't even on the same fucking floor as you and got zero shots off, and you're fucking crying and saying, I want to go home. You should go home, bitch. You haven't seen your kids in like a year. What are you talking about? It's true. Like, what? Like, bro, why are you never home? Crystal says this to me all the time. She'll see Erica Kirk doing like 4 different events with the WWE ass fireworks around her and shit. And she's like, when is she with the kids, bro?
No, that's so true.
Your dad is dead. Why are you not with the kids?
I was just about to say, like, Molly will go to jujitsu, and like whenever, like, if I'm going to do some shit, I'll have to get clearance. Like, are you home to watch the kids? Or like, we have to get someone. Like, they definitely don't have some steady babysitter that they trust that, like, she's away for multiple on week. Like, they don't live in DC. They don't live in Arizona where the conventions and shit she's going to are. Like, so who the fuck is watching the kids for multiple on days, like, making sure that they're young ass kids, like, young enough that
young as fuck.
Like, one might even be a toddler where they're like on some breastfeeding shit where it's like, she needs to be there. No, I'm saying, like, she needs to be there. So, like, to your point, like, there's unfortunately no father in that situation to, like, cover her when she's away. Who's watching the kid? Like, how is she away crying, not FaceTiming her kids at the dinner? Like, mommy's good. Like, are you going to bed? Like, I have to do all that shit when I'm away.
Crazy. Yeah, crazy. And then before Charlie's body was even cold, she was like, I'll be CEO.
Instagram photos.
I'll be CEO of TPUSA. Yeah, the Instagram shit was where she was recording her holding, like, his dead hand. It was very bizarre, trying to get clout off his fucking death. But she was like, I'll be CEO of TPUSA. Like, he's not even in the ground yet, bitch. And you're talking about the business? Like, what the fuck? I would like to think if I got murdered on live TV, Crystal would, like, take a month off. You know what I'm saying? Like just go away for a little bit. Don't fucking be like, I'll host Kyle's show also now. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
So have you been in DC since the White House Correspondents' Dinner?
No, actually.
Okay.
We haven't. No. We're in Virginia now, so
I wonder if they, like, shut down the whole city, or if, like, I mean, I feel like it's a reactive thing of, like, closing everything off after the fact, but it didn't seem like that because the TMZ guy went to the Hilton on the video I saw.
They're not going to shut the whole city down. They're just going to, make it a. Trump wanted to continue with. That's the other thing. He wanted to continue with the show.
Yeah, that's kind of.
And he was hanging out backstage, not doing shit. Like, very calm reaction considering what the fuck was happening, you know?
What would you do? I think someone was like, they posted a video. They were stuck in the bathroom with Wolf Blitzer for a couple hours.
Like, I'd suck him off. Yeah,
Imagine
that
getting
just
stuck
suck
with
'em off.
like I think you posted a picture, was it Lindsey Graham on top of Trump or
Oh my
something?
god, yeah,
That
yeah.
was mad funny.
Yeah. Somebody was like, "Wait, this is obviously fake because Lindsay would be at the bottom if it was real."
Yeah, I mean it's such a joke that like that's even a thing, man. The fact that we pretend like everything's not fucked up in this country right now. Although
I
shout
know.
out, I realized that Costco definitely doesn't use that Straighter Hormuz or whatever that shit is because their gas is always on point, bro.
Wait, what is their gas right now?
385.
That low key is like the best in the country, bro.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. Like
ridiculous. That's
it's still
ridiculous.
high because like gas prices are
No,
high.
but that's low. That's low. Like I don't know
That's
if
what I'm
anybody
saying.
else is doing that. Everything around us, and we're in a low gas price state, and it's like 4 and change. You know,
Foreign change. Yeah. I went to Costco and shout out to them because this one, I don't know if it's just mine and they don't actually check your membership, but usually you need a Costco membership to get
of course.
gas.
Mm-hmm.
This one doesn't. I went one time and I tried to like I was like holding my card up to the shit and the dude was just like, "Nah, just go. You're good." So like for whatever the case is at this one, 385. Anybody can go there and get that shit.
Costco's goaded, man. They're just so goaded. The fucking what is it? The $1.50 hot dog, like that goes such a long
$1.50 hot.
way. Like that makes
And
people love you. You know.
the most performative shit that I do is I go to Costco and like I'll walk around and get all the samples. I went on a when did I go? It might have been it might have been a Friday afternoon. It was like a prime time day where they had all their samples out, and I was going around that bitch, and like you have to take one, eat it, and then they're always gonna hit you with a, "Yep, it's on sale today, and I got it right behind you," and I got to hit them with some fake like, "Oh, interesting. Okay, let me go check it out." Like, and I'm never gonna buy it, although it tastes banging in the store because I'm hungry. I usually never buy the shit that they're promoting because it's usually
We're
some whack
suckers,
shit.
bro. We've done that shit. We're suckers. Like we've
Oh, you'll
bought.
go and get the shit that they're
Yeah.
promoting?
If in that moment it slaps hard enough, we'll do it. You know, like this. It kind of works. It kind of works because
No,
like
you're right.
think about it. Even if like 10% of the people who try it get it, that's a lot of fucking sales for whatever the fuck they're doing the samples of. You know.
That's true. That's true.
And
Yeah, I
they
guess
never
I think I
disappoint. Samples are always banging. You know, just
yeah,
because it's
and they
like free
usually
food.
they usually do some good shit too. Now that come to think of it, like what did they have? They had some Mandarin orange chicken the other day, and I was like,
Ooh.
"Dang it!" And then like sometimes it's not ready, and they know that you're there to just get the samples, so they'll be like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a couple minutes," and then they got the microwave there, and I'm like, "I'm good. I'll wait for that shit." Like, you don't fucking test me on that bitch. Like, but yeah, you can't go to Costco and spend like less than $200 easy.
No, and I like how everything's in bulk, right? Like you buy toilet paper at Costco and you'll be shitting for a year, you know, like you're good.
See, Colorado
Colorado 389.
389.
So maybe it just came. I feel okay.
I don't know
Maybe
how
I
they do
missed.
it.
It's probably because I missed a round of like Trump pretending like, oh, everything's good again, and then the markets overreact and lower the price. Like that could happen. That's happened a bunch of times. But
You're
yeah,
saying forget no, because nowhere else is gas that even I mean, I know Jersey, I don't think their prices are a lot cheaper than in the past. You used to be able to go to Jersey and it'd be super cheap for gas because for whatever reason, gas used to be
yeah, no,
super
they
cheap
had
in
like
Jersey.
no tax on it. Okay, so I just looked it up. The current average for regular gas is $3.95 right now. So it did come down a little bit from when the average for it was like $4.10 for a little bit. So it did come down a little bit since then.
South Carolina's 379.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like it came down a little bit from when the peak when I was thinking of. I was thinking when it was like 410. You know.
Yeah. I mean, it's still
Oh, it's
expensive.
not. Yeah, it's still expensive, but this is actually a little bit of a honeymoon compared to what's going to come. You know, like it's going to get worse.
And there's no end in sight for that straight.
No, there's no end in
right?
sight. No, not a chance. No, because like Iran realizes we can control the strait, and so the U.S. doesn't want them to control the strait. But why would they give it up when there's nothing the U.S. can do to make them give it up? And so the best they can do is like open it and tax the ships that go through. Like that's the best case scenario. But I don't think the U.S. is going to want to allow that because that like ends the U.S. maritime empire. So yeah, 630 in Northern California. Yeah, California. Yeah,
I don't know if this is cap or not, but if
gas.
it's $9.75 for gas, you need to get the fuck out of California because that's
you know California's always had super expensive gas. I'm not quite sure why that is, but they've always had super expensive.
Yeah, because they're by water, which is weird. You know, like
I'm guessing California is so expensive. Let's see.
Yeah, I'd be curious of that shit.
As of April 2026, California gasoline prices are among the highest in the nation due to a combination of high taxes, unique environmental regulations, and a geographically isolated market. That makes sense. Okay. So those are the
What does that
reasons
mean?
why.
It's how is it isolated though? It's by water.
Yeah, but why would it just because you're by water doesn't mean there's gas there or
I
oil
don't know,
there?
like ports and shit are easier to like get to.
Yeah, but where would it come from? Japan doesn't have any gas. They got to import all their gas. Japan is like the closest thing.
Oh, so it's gotta
Right.
like go all the way around. I feel like gas should be more expensive in literally like Illinois or some shit, like the middle of the fucking
There's probably fracking
U.S.
nearby Illinois. There's probably
Oh,
like
maybe
fracking where they get, you know what I'm saying? So like they're just saying it's isolated. So you need to transport it a long way to get it to California, and then you mix it with
facts.
high taxes and environmental regulations.
Yeah.
So, but now the
Um,
rest of the country's getting a taste of that shit. What it's like that California gas prices, you know.
I wanted to get your thoughts on this real quick. Let's see if I have this. So Pete Davidson apparently spent $200,000 to get all his tattoos removed.
So I will say the before picture looks ass. Like he had a horrible tattoo artist do that shit, you know?
A horrible
Like,
tattoo artist, and his body is just super weird looking.
totally. Yeah. Totally.
You know,
It's
like
very
it's got
bizarre.
an awkward frame. Like it,
Like he
like
looks like he's sick. Like he looks like he's
yeah,
actually like sick, you know?
and his skin tone doesn't help a shit.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. But like, here's the thing. I don't like either one. I don't like him without the tattoos, and I don't like him with the tattoos, if I'm being honest. You know? Like
Yeah,
what
what
he
does he
should
need to do?
what he should do is go to a good ass tattoo artist and get some good ass tattoos. Because the no tattoos is not cutting it, but those before tattoos, woo, buddy, those were like the word. That's like you had my kid scribble on his body, you know? Like look at that
No, like
shit.
legit. Yeah.
Shaolin, he had Shaolin written on his belly. And
I
he's
mean,
got like
like
a fucking skull and shit on his titty or a shark. Is
this one
that
in the
fucking
middle is
Jaws?
like a weird. Yeah, it could be Jaws, and there's like a bird cage with like a
Birdcage?
ghost behind it.
What the fuck? Come on, dog.
Yeah, those some and look on his top left shoulder. Look who's there.
Is that Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
It looks like it.
No shot. He got Ruth Bader Ginsburg tattooed on himself. Oh my word. All
If
right,
that's
this man,
real, that's pretty bad.
we might have to put this guy by law on Lexapro or some shit. Like we like, bro, I'm sorry. We got to give you some medicine because you tattooed Ruth Bader Ginsburg on yourself. That is bizarre as fuck, dog. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know what his reasoning about. I mean, that looks like a Super Bowl trophy on the over here
What
on the left side, like filled
Yeah, it
in.
does kind of. I guess so. Yeah.
But like my whole point is like if you're gonna get all those tattoos, like make sure you really want all those shits.
100%. Like those are very, yeah. Like I don't see many hits at all. Like maybe the best you could say is his right forearm has some tattoos that don't look horrible.
Yeah, what are those? Does that
But
look
the
like
left,
outer
I don't know, but
space?
the left
And
forearm looks
planetarium.
weird. No, I don't like that one. The other arm I think is okay. The right arm,
Oh, the
that
left
one.
arm with the
Yeah,
with like
that
the
one
moon
looks
and
okay
shit
to
on
me.
it. Yeah,
The
there's
one
like
where
a
your cursor is, that one looks okay to me. But the other
yeah.
side, I don't like the dots, the whatever the fuck that is. That
Yeah, it
does
kind of
not look
looks like
good.
he has like some warts or like some type of like bubbling of his skin.
It just doesn't look good.
And
The
he's
other
got
one
like a
looks okay.
Black
Doesn't look
Panther
good.
here or something like that.
So how much money did he spend? You said to
He
get it
said
removed?
$200,000 to get all his
Oh,
tattoos removed. But then
god
here, listen
damn.
to the kicker. This one I have a little bit of sympathy for. But so he spent 200,000 to get all his tattoos removed. And then he got a tattoo on his face of his daughter's name. But here's the kicker. His daughter's name is Scotty, which is my daughter's name also. So I kind of fuck with him a little bit on doing it. But
Where'd
he
he
got
put it?
Scotty right here on his like
Oh, it's
ear.
over there. Okay. I thought he did like some fucking forehead
No,
shit,
no,
knowing
no,
him.
no.
You know? Damn, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean Post Malone did that on his face where he's got the always tired or whatever. And I've said this in the past, but I kind of sympathize with him on that shit because like that's a tattoo I would get too because fucking I'm always tired too, bro.
That's just called being an adult, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird. There's no rhyme or reason to how it works. Like today, Crystal woke me up a little earlier than I normally get up because we thought that the dog got the door open and then the cats ran out. And so she like came in a panic to like wake me up to be like, I think the cats got out. And
And if they get out, is it a wrap? Like, are they gonna be like
No, they would probably come back, but it's still not good to have them out.
Yeah.
So, like, we want to look for them. But anyway, it was a false alarm. The cats were all inside. But, like, she woke me up from a dead ass sleep. And, like, I didn't feel bad. Like, I felt kind of good, actually. And then there's other days where I sleep like a baby and wake up whenever the fuck I want. And I still feel tired. So, like, I still haven't figured out a fucking rhyme or reason for, like, the exact amount of time you're supposed to sleep in order to feel good,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to like, oh, I'm gonna get a good night's sleep tonight, and you go to sleep at fucking 8 o'clock or some shit. And if you wake up at your normal time, that doesn't make up for all the nights that you've not slept well. Like, so like anyone that says like I'm gonna try and get a good night's sleep tonight, it's gonna have no effect, I think, on you tomorrow. Like it's
That's
like,
interesting. I always felt like sleep debt was a real thing that, like, you could kind of pay it off a little bit.
oh, you think like, all right, like if I go to sleep
Like,
at 9 o'clock tonight, I'll be good money for tomorrow.
well, let's say you go 2 nights where you don't sleep well. Let's say you get like 4 hours of sleep and 5 hours of sleep in
Mhm.
back-to-back nights. Like, that third night, you're probably going to sleep like 9 or 10 hours.
That's true. No, I'm not saying. Yeah, if you're, yeah, I think your body will like naturally be on
Body will
some
be like,
tired shit.
I'm doing it. I'm going to sleep for real.
So maybe that's the key to like getting good night's sleep is to just drain the fuck out of your body, where whatever, like your
I
body just
mean,
takes over.
that's the only guarantee. That's the only way you can guarantee good ass sleep is like if you're very physically active and like then by the time you go to bed, your body's just like, I'm done, bro. And then
Yep.
usually I find I'll like dream on those nights. I'll have dreams on nights where I did a lot of physical activity. And
So
so
you
that's definitely
equate
the best
dreaming
shit
to
you can
like
do.
getting good sleep?
I equate dreaming to getting good sleep, like getting very deep sleep, because
Mhm.
there's like the deep sleep is what is stage 3, I think it is, right before REM, and then REM is like the restorative shit,
Mhm.
or one of the restorative shits. I think stage 3 might be the bigger restorative thing. I'm forgetting. I read about this
Yeah.
like 5 years ago or some shit. But yeah, like I feel like if I'm very active, that'll trigger like a deeper sleep and like dreams and shit.
I equate everything as adults to like some kid situation shit. So like when I'm like my kids are at the park and they're wilding out and they're sweating, they're going crazy, I'm like, oh, they're gonna get a butter ass sleep tonight. So it's got to be the same thing with adults because it's like
100%. Oh yeah, we're the same as them. Just like we don't think we are. How many
exactly.
times have you seen like one of your kids will start acting crazy, and then you're like, you just didn't fucking eat anything. Like you're just hungry. And
Yep.
like we don't think of adults like this, where like somebody's in a bad mood, and it's like Bob just didn't sleep well last night, and he didn't eat. Like, but that's what it is. Like
Yeah.
oftentimes we're very simple like that. Like we like to think we're bigger than that and better than that. We're not. Like if you don't eat and you don't sleep well, you're gonna be like fucking pissed off.
Imagine you called it out like you say it with kids. Like you go to work and you're like,
Yeah.
Bob, Bob, did you not sleep last
Bob,
night?
here comes the choo choo.
Bob, did you eat? Did you have a snack? And he's like, dude, I'm 56. What the fuck are you talking to me like I'm like a young ass kid? All right, I got a couple more things and then we'll get to the super chats. But you sent me this shit, but shout out to McDonald's because they got back up in the under $3 menu. So like
Brilliant. Fucking
there
genius,
must
bro.
like so maybe that was Trump's plan all along was to make everything else high ass prices, but then have a fucking partnership with McDonald's where they start going back to their dollar menu because we're trending in the right direction to get the dollar menu back.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's ever going to happen again, unfortunately. But this is the best we can get, bro. This is as good as we can get. What did they say? I think they said a double cheeseburger was like $2.50. I was like, you know what? That's not bad at all, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like
That's
they
$5 for 2 double cheeseburgers. That's a full ass meal right there.
yeah, and like they have this thing called it's like a McBundle or some shit. It's like they do a soda, they do 4 chicken nuggets, they do a burger and fries for all $5.
That's pretty solid, man.
That's a
That's
good
pretty
ass
solid.
meal for $5.
That's pretty solid. I'm gonna fuck with this. I'm definitely gonna fuck with this. I'm gonna go and get 2 double cheeseburgers probably. Yeah, and house that shit. That's a McChicken too. I wonder if the McChicken's $2.50 also.
I think it is. I think it is. Like, and okay, shout out to their breakfast too, because they've always come through with
True.
what
True.
I don't know why. To me, if you were to ask me which is more expensive, sausage or bacon, I would think sausage is more expensive. It's like a bigger piece of meat.
Mm-hmm.
They always have, I think for $1, they have a sausage McGriddle or they have a sausage like McMuffin, which is kind of like a
Yeah.
biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll do the sausage and cheese, but anything with bacon is always way more expensive. I don't know why that is. Isn't bacon and sausage from a cow?
Yeah,
Isn't it both meat?
I would have thought the same shit as you. I would have thought like sausage is probably a little more expensive than bacon, but I guess not. Maybe it's just a supply and demand thing that people want bacon a shitload more. But did you see that like breakfast burrito thing?
Yeah, I've never gotten that because I'm not a peppers guy. You know
What the fuck is that shit called? I am a peppers guy. What is that shit called? Do you know? Is it just like the breakfast burrito? Do they call it a breakfast burrito? Because that shit looks fire, dog. I would fuck with that hard. I fuck with McDonald's breakfast, man. The McGriddle, bro. Like I know some people really don't like McGriddles, but I fucking love McGriddles, man. Holy shit.
Oh, McGriddles are goated.
Oh, they're incredible. They just taste so good. And they're so unique too. Like nothing takes the place of a fucking McGriddle. Like McGriddle.
No, I think they put like syrup. I think they put like syrup in the
McGriddle.
In the McGriddle, right?
Yeah, it's delicious. It's fucking incredible.
Here's the sausage.
All right, so what's it called? It's called
sausage burrito.
Sausage burrito. That shit looks good, dog. That shit looks good, man. I gotta try that one. And again, that's on the under $3 menu. Maybe that shit is $2.50 right there. You can get two of them shits.
Could be. Let's see the McGriddle real quick. Yeah, I've always thought that they put
so fucking good, bro.
Where they put a little bit of syrup in that fucking like this shit right here. Can you see that? Oh, it's delayed.
No, it's sort of like it's sort of delayed, but I could see the little McGriddle thing, and man, that looks so fucking good. I fuck with McGriddle so hard, man. They're just like the
whatever. People know what a McGriddle is.
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing. I think that's everything I got actually. Playoffs are on. People like you talking about basketball, and our predictions are kind of on point, low key. I don't think we really missed too much, unless we did we say Minnesota over Denver?
No, I think I thought no. I think I said Denver, but then you said Minnesota, right?
Oh,
is that what happened?
Yeah, I think that was the case, and you were like, "I'll rock with that." So you were right on that call.
No, you were right on that call. I just went along with your shit. So
I said Minnesota.
I think you said Minnesota. Yeah, and I think I said Nuggets. I thought the Nuggets were going.
I mean, they might come back. Anthony Edwards is out, and
it's like 3. Isn't it 3-1?
3-1, but Anthony Edwards like their fucking best guy.
Yeah, but then they got that random dude off the bench who scored like 43 points. That dude is goated low key.
Yeah, Iowa's a beast.
He's a fucking monster, bro. Magic are actually playing right now. I actually have it on in the background right now. It's a close game right now with the Pistons. The Magic are up 2-1 to the fucking Pistons right now.
That's kind of crazy too.
So
I think I'm going tomorrow to the Knicks game.
Let's go, for real?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna get a ticket.
Bro, it's funny because Crystal was just telling me like, "Oh, is there a Knicks game tonight?" And I was like, "I don't think so. I'm doing the podcast. I kind of doubt it." And then I looked and there wasn't. I was like, "Okay, good," because I want to watch that shit tomorrow.
I have a dilemma. I can get one ticket, and it could be either to Game 5 or Game 7. But like, I'd lose out on the ticket if I chose Game 7 and it didn't go 7.
Of course.
So what do you think? Like, go 5 and just get a game in, right?
For sure, absolutely.
Yeah. Because I was just saying, like, I was weighing the like, if I went to Game 7, like, if there was a Game 7. And they won, like that'd be a pretty dope ass feeling to see them clinch at the Garden for a Game 7.
Yeah,
but then I'm also risking. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can't risk that shit. If you want to go to a playoff game, you just gotta do this one. You know.
Yeah, everyone's saying 5. The same guy is saying 5.
But yeah, I actually don't know how good my predictions were. I feel like I missed on a lot of shit because there's some surprises.
Not really. What else is Spurs are winning?
Fucking the Rockets are getting their cheeks clapped, but I called that one. I did call that one. I said Lakers.
Yeah, you didn't say the Rockets are going to win that shit.
I said the Lakers were going to win, but everybody had Rockets winning. Yeah, that one I actually got right, but there's some that I didn't get right. There's some I feel like I fucked up.
Maybe Pistons Magic, did you say Magic?
No, I said Pistons for sure. I didn't say Magic on that shit.
Oh.
But that one's only 2-1. Like that one's still a series, you know?
Yeah, true. And if they win tonight, they tie it up. So yeah, it could be.
Sort of like with the Knicks. Like the Knicks, that was a must win, and they came through, bro. That was, thank God, they fucking won.
Did you see after the game, they ordered the wings from the strip club to the locker room?
No shit, really?
So like Lou Williams, I don't know if I said this, like he has these famous like wings from Magic City, which is like the most popular strip club in Atlantic City, in Atlanta, and they like went viral because they're called like the Lou Will special. They're like lemon pepper wings. And then after the game, they took a picture of the locker room, and the Knicks ordered like the Lou Will special wings plus like other wings from Magic City. So like, kind of shout out to them because I texted my boy who's there at the Knicks, and I was like, "Are you gonna get some wings?" and like he didn't respond. And then I see the picture, and they all had wings on the table.
Maybe you sparked the idea, bro. Maybe he was
I
like,
know
"Oh
I
shit,
might.
that's a good idea."
I asked him if he tried those shits, and he was like, "Nah, we don't get any of those shits. It's just for the
Oh,
players."
by the way, real quick, me and Crystal, for the first time ever, like I want to say 3 weeks ago, me and Crystal had Wingstop, and that shit was
Yeah, how
banging. The
was
one
it?
that we had, it was good, bro. It was good, bro. I had some garlic parmesan wings, and those shits were fire.
I think I had that in my notes to ask you about that because I saw a commercial, and I've never had Wingstop. They had it in Illinois, and they look phenomenal.
So Bobby says it's big time hit or miss, where like you can go to a Wingstop and it's just trash.
So it might be franchise owned or some shit.
Yeah, I think it's one of those types of situations. But the one I went to, the shit I had was phenomenal. Crystal ordered some shit too, and she said it was amazing. So like low key, I sort of fuck with Wingstop hard.
I'm gonna have to give it a chance. So
you got to, yeah. Do a video on it. I like the garlic parmesan shits, so I would recommend those. But there's also, you can get some barbecue shits like that. There's like you're probably not gonna go wrong with most of the shit,
I think if I'm not mistaken, like Rick Ross is, I don't know if he's the owner or like a owner of one.
I think he's an investor in it. Yeah, something like that.
I think he's like
too.
big time in it though. Like, like shout out to him for being invested in that shit because I feel like he really fucks with that. I feel like Shaq is part owner of like Papa John's and kind of fuck Papa John's, like just because
they're kind of
there's way other better fast food than their shit, and Papa John is like a OD scumbag, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But the boneless shits, bro, are like great. They have good boneless wings,
From Papa John's or
no, from Wingstop.
Oh yeah, I'm boneless.
I know you're
all the
boneless
way.
guy. Yeah, I know.
Same. All the way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Wingstop a chance because they had one in Illinois. But it's always just easier for me to go to some shit that I knew, and I would always just go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and get the boneless because they also have Thursday half price boneless wings, and they have like mad different flavors.
Yeah, they do. They have so many flavors at Buffalo Wild Wings. I haven't been in one of those places in a minute. Wingstop is good. Yeah, I'm telling you, Wingstop. See, everybody fucks with Wingstop. Good shit.
I'm gonna get down on some Wingstop. All right, let's get to some super cheesy.
Super cheesy time. Jace, thanks for the $5. Another Monday, another KNC podcast. More Kyleisms, more Corin celebrity stories, NBA predictions, classic bro talk. Shots will be fired. Oh wait, no. Yes, that's yes. We did not say shots will be fired, but the White House did. Caroline Leavitt did, and
it is kind of weird, though.
Infamy, bro. It's fucking insanely weird. Even the other call was even crazier, where the woman was like, Caroline Leavitt's husband was like, Be safe. It's very dangerous out here. Like, why would you say that at a fucking White House Correspondents' dinner? And then 5 minutes later, there's a fucking attempted shooting,
Yeah. And there was just so much random shit going. Like, Tristan Thompson was there, and someone was like,
"Oh,
who
no.
are you a guest of?" And he was just going up the escalator. Like, why is he there?
He did like a Nicki Minaj MAGA turn, so he feels like he's in with them now. But like, yeah, why? What do you have to gain from this, bro?
There? Like, why? Like, well, everyone, it kind of was weird because then it became like cool for everyone to like give their reaction of like what their feeling was during this shooting thing. So like everyone was kind of, I think, in a weird way, on some Dana White shit, like weirdly enjoying that it happened because they
100%.
had footage.
They had the camera on them. Yeah, they had.
Exactly.
Yeah, they had Olivia Reingold bitch tweeted a weird ass video where she was like giving her real time reaction, and it's like, can you stop it? This is so weird. It's so like navel gazing and self-aggrandizing. Like, if this is a for real OD serious thing, like this is not the time to like fucking Gen Z out and record yourself getting shot,
Yeah, fucking weird as fuck. Thanks, Jay.
Cole, thanks for the $5. Corin, do you like doing debates? If so, who are some right-wing pundits you'd want to go against?
Hell no. I mean, the only people I debate is my daughter when I'm trying to get them to go to fucking bed. I would get slaughtered by some right-wing. I think one time, though, the dude, who's the black dude who does the politics?
Jesse Lee Peterson. He invited you on. That's hilarious.
He invited, and I asked you, I was like, should I just go on this shit? You're like, nah, don't do that shit.
No. Oh my God, no. Because he would try to like, he always tries to like, I don't know, jujitsu you on some shit and be like,
facts.
And just hit you with some shit that you're like, why would I answer that? He would call you a beta male or something and try to bait you. Like, he does crazy shit, He still does his shit? Yeah, I think he still does his shit, bro. I think he still does it, which is crazy, but he does. Yeah, he does. So. Yeah. Thanks, and by the way, those are the hardest debates to win. The one like the debate with the kids.
Impossible. You can't win.
Alyssa, thank you for the $10. Kyle, show your cats next time they're in the room. Also, should I stop talking to my friend who voted for Trump and still supports him? It enrages me that she's so ignorant since it's not affecting her. Damn, that's crazy. So to answer your question, basically I put it like this, right? Everybody knows people or has somebody in their life that is, right-leaning or MAGA or whatever. And as long as you can keep that in its place, right? Like if you're not talking about politics with them and you have some other wavelength you can connect with them on, then I would say it's cool. Like it's no big deal. Like you can probably still hang out with them and everything will be okay. But if it gets to the point where they're like the crazy fucking cultists where like they want to talk about politics with you and they want to tell you how awesome like Trump is and they sort of judge you for being on the left, in that scenario, nah. But like I wouldn't say make a big scene of it or like talk to the person and break up with them. I would say more just like ghosting goes a long way. Just like distance through just not talking type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it would depend a little bit on the nature of your relationship. If they can sort of just keep that shit in a lockbox and not talk about politics with you, then it's okay. But if they insist on bringing it up and you're uncomfortable, I would say just slowly back out of the room type shit. And answer your thing about the cats. Yeah, I should probably just like record a little video and post it on Twitter or some shit of all the cats because people
would probably go crazy. Yeah, people would love that. And also, there's got to be ways to show her that shit is affecting her, whether it's gas prices or some shit. Like it's got to be something that is affecting her, right? Or it won't even get through.
So many of the people who are still there though are just insane now though. Like think about the people who remain with him after all this shit. Like it's like how he bombed a fucking elementary school about 2 months ago. Like, you're really fucking with him? Like, what is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thanks, Alyssa.
Codelio, thank you for the $5. Why are you follow the Trump diet for a week, drugs and all, or eat a month on the USS Lincoln and use their toilets?
What happened on the USS Lincoln? I hear this.
Okay, so the toilets, bro, they like clogged the toilets on purpose because they were trying to like get out of going to Iran, basically, and so there was shit everywhere. Also, like they have like no food left, so they're giving people like a little fucking piece of chicken or like a little kebab thing, and that's it.
Sounds like a Disney cruise.
And low-key, the Trump diet would sort of probably be dope because all you got to do is like eat McDonald's and pop Adderall and like, I mean, that'd be chill. Like I would sort of fuck with that.
Drink Diet Cokes, yeah.
And drink Diet Cokes all day. I got a 0 sugar, 0 caffeine Coke right here.
Banging,
actually,
right?
Yeah, good, man. I like the other one better, the one that's in the gold can, but I fuck with this one too.
Yeah. What the gold can is caffeine free, I think, right?
Yeah, the gold can is caffeine free, but that also has 0 sugar. So I don't know. It's almost like I don't know how this is different, but it is a little different somehow. But whatever.
Yeah.
Cole, thanks again, man. Of all the mainstream media outlets, which do you feel is the most reliable in fair and honest reporting? That's a tough question to answer because if you're talking TV, MS Now is the best one, better than CNN, better than Fox News, better than like ABC and CBS and all them. So for TV, I'd say MS Now. Outside of that, every now and then Political will have a great story. Washington Post will have a great story. New York Times will have a great story. Like whenever they do dry reporting, like here's just facts of what happened, it's decent. The issue I have with them is in like the framing of the stories where they often like, soften it, go soft on MAGA and sort of like try to both sides everything. So, I mean, it's a tough answer, but TV is MS Now and the rest of them, like any of the prominent publications can do good work. It's just oftentimes their framing sucks. So I hope that answers for you.
Cool, last one.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how optimistic are you for the future of this country? 4, 3, something like that.
I was about to say
low.
3. Yeah.
It's pretty low. It's pretty low. I mean, there's signs that things could improve, but like it's going to require a lot, bro. Like a lot. Noah, thanks for the $10. Thanks for this show. Kyle, curious if you think some lefties were too hard on Bernie post 2020. Obviously, he's not 100% perfect, but feels undeniable. He's one of the few moral voices of our time. I'm trying to remember. There's always been like a weird segment of the left that's like randomly way too hard on Bernie. But I feel like they're so tiny that like it's almost barely even needs mentioning. Like they're so irrelevant and tiny that it's like, who cares? But yeah, I mean, I still think the broader left absolutely loves and adores Bernie. But if you're talking about a tiny little group of like psychos, then yeah, for them, like nothing's good enough and everybody's a sellout. So like, what they say doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Lord of the Viltrumites, thank you for the $10. Kyle, why does Blue Sky act so deranged when talking about Graham Plattner? Constant conspiracy theories. The folks over there make Alex Jones sound like Walter Cronkite. Makes me want to conquer Earth. It's a good question, man. If I'm steel manning them, let me steel man their argument. the steel man of their argument is like, this guy had like a Nazi adjacent tattoo, and he fought in a fucking war that was an illegal war of aggression, and so just like they would reject anybody who had that kind of a tattoo and fought in an illegal war of aggression. Like, that's me steel manning it. In reality, I don't know. I don't know what's driving their ultra hatred for Graham, because Graham is like so good on so many issues. He's like the most anti-war now. He's the best on Gaza, for example. Maybe it's the fact that like he's also critical of Democrats and they don't like that. Like, he's critical of Republicans and he has some smoke for Democrats. I'm not quite sure, but it is bizarre because the blue sky vibe, I generally kind of fuck with the blue sky vibe, but like they can get a little crazy sometimes. And with Graham in particular, I don't know why they despise him so much, but they do.
Thanks, Lord.
Laura Vilchmeiss, thanks again, man. Kyle, would you be surprised if there is a total collapse of social order by 2028? By that, I mean massive unrest, potentially civil war and anarchy. No, I wouldn't be surprised. I would say it would come more in the form of like riots and like stuff burning down. But I would not be surprised by that because it's almost like they're begging for it, right? Like, when you think of AI, like, you can't just like say we're going to take everybody's job, but then also destroy the social safety net, which like people use when they lose their job. Because then it's like, what are they going to do? There's no help from the government and there's no job for them. Like, you're just begging for people to like wake up and realize, oh shit, like we got to fucking demand shit. We can't ask anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised by that. I think we're in very tumultuous times. And so I don't know exactly how it's going to unfold, but it's definitely going to be ugly with some growing pains, even if we can sort of get it together,
Facts.
Josh J. School, thank you for the $10. Kyle and Corin, I need help from the pros. In Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 2, Episode 1, is the guy saying, my sweater is composed of 100% cashmere, or 100%, this is indeed an authentic cashmere sweater. I never watched Curb Your Enthusiasm, so I would be of no help. Corin, did you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm? I know you're a Larry David fan.
Yeah, I've watched some episodes here and there. I don't know this one. I feel like the first sentence makes a little bit more sense than the second one. And like, I feel like if you rewatch the scene, you can probably hear what he's saying, because those are two totally different sentences. Yeah, and unless he's speaking like a different language or some shit, put the subtitles on and just see what the fuck he said.
Facts. So do you have can you pull that bitch up and let us know? Because now I'm curious what it is.
Facts. Thanks, Josh.
Nathan, our boy Nathan, thank you for the $5. Good day, boys. Not sure about the false flag. How many people know? No leaks. Occam's razor suggests lone wolf. Love the thumbnails, Corin. They go hard. Yeah, Nathan, I'm not pounding the gavel here, but what I am saying is there's been such a massive collapse in social order and trust, and the Trump regime has lied about so many fucking things that like now seemingly the consensus position among anybody left of center is like, we don't believe you. Like, we don't believe you because you lied about fucking everything. We don't believe the Butler thing. We don't believe this. We just don't believe you. And so what does that say about the country that we're at that point where like a big event like this, the immediate initial reaction from everybody is like, nope, don't buy it. That's a you problem. Like, not you, but like that's a Trump problem. That's a him problem. And he made this world. He created this world that we now live in, this like post-truth world. And like now that people left of center are seemingly joining that. I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for them. And by the way, it's also not just people left of center. I'm selling it short because a lot of people right of center too are saying the same shit. So I don't know what happened, but I do also think there's a lot of weird questions around it that we'll never get a good answer for. Like, why the fact that they, within like 5 minutes of the shooting, all of the MAGA accounts are out there going, this is why we need the ballroom. This is why we need the ballroom. This is why we need the ballroom. And it's like, that's so fucking weird that in the group chat, 5 minutes after it happens, they say, all right, now go call for the ballroom. It's like,
yeah. And they had a whole fucking bio on the guy already. They had his picture. They had like his whole resume.
Yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just not so sure you're right. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate you, Nathan. Thanks, you, man. Nathan. Lord of the Viltramites, thank you, man. Is it just me or does Michael Knowles sound like a young Glenn Beck? Cadence, rhythm, voice, words he uses, everything. Also tell Conquest I said hi. I don't know who Conquest is, but I appreciate you, bro. And to answer your question, I never thought of it before, but I think you're right now that I think about it. Michael Knowles does this like fake intellectual bit, and Glenn Beck also did that like fake intellectual bit. the like I'm trying too hard type way of talking. So for sure, man, for sure. I think you're onto something there. Big Mouth Stand, thank you for the $5. Bro, why is CJ McCollum looking like 95, 96 Jordan out there against the Knicks in this series? He's shooting 70% from the field. Got to stick OG on him. Yeah, 100%. At this point, stick OG on him for sure.
OG or try Dewara. Like, put some size on him.
I'll put some size on him. That's an interesting point. You know? Imagine putting Mitchie on him. Oh, my God. Right?
I mean, I called that CJ was going to, like, go off before the series because, like, these guys are pros. They, like, rise to the occasion of big-time games.
And by the way, I have never seen CJ McCollum my entire life. I remember watching during the Blazers era where it was Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. I would always watch those games. Were usually on late, and I like to watch the late games, and I would always watch them on League Pass. And I remember always like Dame would drop like 35, let's say, but CJ would always drop like 25 every fucking game. 25,
they were a fucking duo.
Yeah, they were a duo, and he's always been a phenomenal guard. And so I'm not surprised that he steps up to the moment. He's like the classic grizzled veteran, very high basketball IQ. Like nothing but respect to CJ, man. Like Corin said, like it's on us. Like we got to shut him down and be smart about it. Like you got to throw either a big body at him or switch it up. But obviously you can't do Jalen and Mikal, you know,
or Deuce. Yeah, like Deuce
or
is too small.
Like,
as good as he is.
Yeah, he's a great defender, but he's not. He's too small. Yeah, so I agree. We got to switch it up a little bit. Appreciate you.
Facts.
Empire, thank you for the $5. Kyle, you ask servicemen to refuse unconstitutional stuff, but many are there because of Call of Duty and
that's what I saw.
When Top Gun came out, enlistment shot up. Too much faith. Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, look, you might be right, and in the scenario where you're right, then like, man, we are fucked because if these are people who are, if everybody who signs up is like, no, I'm looking to go like murder innocent people and like be a tough guy and like be like I'm playing a video game. Then yeah, we're barbecue chicken. But I would just say I hope that there's enough people have enough of a conscience. It doesn't take much of a conscience to say like I'm against bombing little girls' schools. And to be fair, there has been a massive uptick in people who are like looking to be conscientious objectors and looking for legal advice from lawyers because they're being given orders and they're going, that doesn't sound right. Like they think I might get prosecuted for this because they're being told
in the military.
Yeah, in the military. They're being told things that are like obviously unethical and immoral. And so like there has been an uptick in people like looking for legal advice. So perhaps the truth is somewhere in between us, that there are plenty of people who are, you know, Call of Duty, or, you know, still decent people deep down, and they hesitate when they're told to do some horrible shit.
Sure.
Some real news. Thank you for the $10. Your TDS is out of control. They have suspect facing federal charges. He's an actor. We have video. Blitzer witnessed it. Is he acting? What's the motive? Risking all this for a ballroom that's already being built? Well, the ballroom is illegal. You do know that, right? And like there's been a number of courts that have like sort of slapped it down and stopped it. And they tried to like get the court to like emergency rush through that they're allowed to build it after this, which is another fucking weird thing. But look, I counter your questions with the questions of my own that I already asked. Like you can go watch my video from earlier.
Yeah.
You know, you're acting like I came up with all this stuff. I didn't come up with any of it. I'm just reporting on what's out there. I'm just telling you what everybody's thinking and what everybody's saying. So, you know, I have the same questions as everybody else. I'm not drawing any conclusions, but I certainly am asking a lot of questions because it's not pretty, bro. Like whatever's going on, we're definitely not getting the full story. That's for damn sure. Appreciate you, brother. Let the joyous news be spread. Thank you for the $5. Kyle, how's your diet going? Hoping you're relaxing a bit. Corin, any food recommendations for Portland, Maine? You guys should see the Zendaya film, The Drama. Well, shout out to you, bro. I will. Where can I watch that? Is that like a Netflix thing or you know, an Amazon?
Yeah, I never heard of that. That's not the one where she's like hooking up with two fucking tennis players, right?
Yeah, the thing where that picture always goes viral. Her sitting there and like
sucking up two tennis players.
Yeah, basically. My diet's going well. Like, you know, I just try to like limit the sugar and the carbs, and you know, that's it. I wouldn't say it's much of a diet as much as it's just like I've tried to limit these two things, sugar and carbs, and like I've been doing a very good job of it for the most part. So it's going pretty well. But usually this time of year anyway, I tend to lose weight because now since the weather is nice now, you can go outside, you can move around, and like I'm so much more active in the summer. So like I'm gonna lose weight naturally anyway. But I appreciate you, bro. And what did they ask you?
Yeah, I've never been to Portland, Maine. I've been to Portland, Oregon.
My mom would be able to answer that question because she's been to Maine and she likes Maine, but she goes to Ogunquit, Maine, I think it is. I'm not sure if that's by Portland or not, but my mom fucks with Maine.
They probably have good ass like lobster tail, right? I'm not a lobster tail person, but I feel like Portland, Maine is like by the water there where you can get some good ass lobster tail.
Yep.
But I would say look up diners, drive-ins, and dives. That's what I always do, and then find a spot off of that. And there's usually you could find a banger. That Guy Fieri went to.
SC True, thank you for the $20. Kyle, you see FD Signifier's reaction to you last week. He gave important context. Socialist programs are only popular as long as black people are excluded. It's still happening and a major barrier to lasting change. He'd be great on KKF. So we've had him on. I'm not sure if we've had him on twice or once, but we've had on FD Signifier. I'm a big FD Signifier fan, man. I think FD Signifier is awesome. I did watch the video. I mean, I basically agree with him. I would say I basically agree with him because he went through the history of it and he said, like, you know, the New Deal, for sure at the beginning, they're like, we're just excluding black people. And that made racist white people be like, okay, good. I'm cool with welfare as long as it's not going to black people, basically. But I will say that while race is still an impediment when it comes to stuff like that, I think it's less of an impediment than it used to be. So in other words, like, yes, basically the same, like the MAGA motherfuckers and the Republican motherfuckers will effectively, because of race, be like against any social programs. And they are kind of against them because of race. But everybody who's not MAGA, everybody who's not a Republican, even like independents and moderates, most independents and moderates, they're now cool with having, social safety net programs and social democracy, regardless of, what your race or ethnicity or whatever is. So I would say he's correct. But with the caveat that like the block of the country that would oppose these programs because of black people getting money as well, it's like 40%, 35 or 40%. Whereas in the past, that shit was like 70%. You know what I'm saying? So like the numbers are moving in the right direction. But having said that, he has a point for sure.
Thanks, man.
Empire, thank you for the $5, man. 9 unelected clowns acting without accountability and term limits, deciding on major issues affecting millions. Yeah, sounds like a great idea. Yeah, the Supreme Court is a very bizarre type thing. It's very strange because sometimes they swoop in there and they make decisions. Most of the time, they swoop in there and make horrible decisions and ruin everything and like destroy the will of the people. And other times, every now and then, they'll randomly like save the day on something, and you're like, "Holy shit, that's actually good in this rare instance." Yeah, so. That's how that works, unfortunately. AJ, thank you for the $10, bro. What's up, my bros? Kyle, I saw your Beans tweet at Nancy Mays resurface on my TL today and laughed my ass off. Corin and Kyle, how nervous are y'all that the Knicks could get bounced in the first round? Let me tell you something. Before this series, I wasn't thinking at all that was even a remote possibility. I was thinking we would wrap these bitches up quick. Having said that, at this point, with it being 2-2, yeah, now you got to think about it. Now it's a real series. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, best case scenario is we win every game from here and we call it a day. Do
I'm
I
not
think that's
nervous.
happen? I'm not sure. I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think we lose. I'm not too nervous. I'm hoping that this kind of like
lights the fire.
Tightens the group a little bit and like kind of gets us ready for the next one. But I don't see us losing. And that tweet is fucking phenomenal. That's got to go in the tweet Hall of Fame for you, bro.
Well,
like
I'm telling
you need that
like,
shit framed.
I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to outgrow that tweet, like, because I think that shit's going on my tombstone when I die. Because that shit is everywhere, bro.
Everywhere.
Like that shit.
I'll see it on
everywhere.
Instagram. I'll see it mad places. That shit is a tweet that won't die.
Crystal calls it inspired. She says that was an inspired moment, and like I kind of agree. Like I've never been able to do anything bigger than that shit. Today actually
you can never have beans anymore.
100%. I was a little tight today though because. So I did a post the other day where I listed like, here's all the shit that Trump calls Democrats. And it's like every negative shit he says about us, right? And like, because all the Republicans now are like, how dare Democrats use harsh rhetoric? We're against that. And it's like, here's what fucking Trump calls us, right? And like, so I posted that, the list. And I see mad people stealing the list and using it to like respond to Republican politicians, but they cut my name off the shit. So it's just the list I did without my name on the top. And it's like, I'm cool with you using my shit, but like maybe put my name on that shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
it's kind of grimy that they fucking would.
But I can't say shit. I really can't say shit though, because I steal memes like a motherfucker. So like I'm just
but
as
still,
guilty
like,
as it.
Yeah, but that's grimy on their fucking side, man.
Empire, thanks again, bro. At Corin, I had ongoing panic attacks, thinking I'm gonna die, plus numbness, plus breathing therapy didn't work. Only Lexapro worked. Good advice to your wife, or good luck to your wife. Okay.
Yeah. Was
Yeah, I think
Lexapro a medicine or?
I have somebody in my family too that takes that shit, and it works for them as well. Yeah, Lexapro is an antidepressant, but it has effect,
Oh,
like anti-anxiety effects and shit too. For a lot of people, it's a lifesaver, man. For a lot, that's why I get so frustrated with There's like a lot of idiots who try to argue, like fucking Rogan and RFK and all these morons try to argue that like even Jordan Peterson's daughter is now out here saying like these psychological medications are like injuring people forever, and it's like there's plenty of people who are injured forever when they don't take psychological medication, and this psychological medication saves their fucking life, you idiots. And so they really frustrate me with that shit because like they're just so myopic on this topic and they don't know anything about it and they just make shit up and run with it. So I know a lot of people who have taken Lexapro in particular, but other SSRIs as well, and have had their lives really fixed for the better as a result of it. So I'm glad you found something that helps you with that because I wouldn't I wouldn't wish panic attacks on my worst fucking enemy, bro. Not a chance.
yeah, I'm glad that stuff works, man. Good luck with everything.
Dash Rowan, thank you for the $5. What do you think about the pipeline where a country wrongs some people, they move to the U.S., lobby Washington for military intervention against their homeland, like with the Cuban diaspora? Yeah, it's very bizarre, isn't it? It's a very strange thing. The Cuban diaspora does that. Like, they come to this country and then they're like, can you go attack the country I was just in? It's very weird. And the Iranians do that too. There's an Iranian diaspora. To be fair, the actual polls on it are like 50-50. Half the Iranians are like, please don't bomb Iran. But half of them are like, bomb Iran, please. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I guess it's because like high income or right-wing people come to this country. And when the right-wingers come here, right-wingers everywhere just love war. And so they're like, do war against my home country and let me go back there. Like a lot of the Cubans who came here were like, they were the ones who owned the sugar plantations. So they were like the elite. And so the elite come in and they're like, well, we want to be elites again in Cuba. So like overthrow the government and let us be elites there, So like, I think it's tied to like their shitty politics,
And I would just say, yeah, what happened to your space bar, bro? Is that shit sticky or something?
Metalhead Matt, thanks for the $5. A second justification for harsh punishments / prisons beside retributive justice is establishing deterrence and maybe more effective than rehabilitation. The thing is, I'm not sure punishment, it leads to deterrence, right? Because like we have more punishment in this country and we have a higher recidivism rate, which means we have less deterrence. So it kind of goes hand in hand that when you do rehabilitation, you somehow get more deterrence. You know what I'm saying? Like people used to make the argument that like the death penalty is a deterrent to murder people, but it turns out the statistics show that's actually not true. They've studied it and it turns out that's not true. So I think you can have rehabilitative policies and also get deterrence from said rehabilitative policies. But now to your point, are there some things where I don't really care about rehabilitation because like the person's so much of a monster and like there's no hope of them changing? Yeah, there's some percentage that's like that. But I think the default perspective in society should be the opposite, that like we generally try to rehabilitate people. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Matt. This person.
Ashit, now you again. Thanks for the $5. Corin, with that, I'm about to get drafted into World War III jarhead haircut. Bro, he's freaking out. I don't know what you're talking about. He's got a fresh ass fade, dog.
Why you gotta do me dirty like that? Oh shit, man.
Yeah, I think he's looking fresh. Brian, thank you for the $5. Shout out to Kyle. Been listening since my freshman year of high school. 26 years old now. Getting married tomorrow. Keeping me and the wife sane. Hey man, congratulations, bro. Shout out to you, man. I love that. 26 years old. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? Because like, let's see. Let's do the math on that. That means you were born in fucking 2000, bro. You were born in the year 2000, and you're a whole ass adult right now. Yeah. That blows my mind, man. That blows my mind because
you're on some LeBron shit.
It used to be a time where it's like, if somebody's born in like 1993, you're like, oh, look at this little baby. Now somebody who's born in 1993, you're like, oh, my fellow traveler. Like you're about the same age as me,
Seriously.
And, yeah, being born. But you know what? I always told Corin I like being born in the year 2000 thing. It's so easy to know like what your age is and shit. Like you were born exactly in 2000. But anyway, congrats to you, bro. You and your wife. That's awesome. And thank you for listening for so many years. I hope to entertain you for many more.
Super dope. Congrats, Brian.
Empire, thanks again, man. I heard the packaging box of perfumes costs more than the actual liquid. Costs a couple bucks. Then they upsell it for $2.99. Well, that's crazy. What I will tell you is, everybody knows I like more the designer fragrances than the niche ones, and the designer ones tend to be a little bit more reasonable, I would say. So, $2.99 that's like probably my most expensive one is like about that much, but most of them are significantly cheaper than that. But that's kind of crazy too that the bottles are like the big thing. Like that's crazy to wrap your mind around.
It doesn't surprise me though that perfume has a huge markup. I mean, like how expensive can it be to make some liquid type shit, Well,
that's what he said. They're saying that it's not expensive at all,
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's super cheap. Cliff, thanks for the $5. Kyle, do you think the loser Jimmy Kimmel will be fired after Melania went after him today? I don't know, man. I'm so sick of these motherfuckers. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow on the show. I'm just so sick of them. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, Donald Trump is bombing little girls' elementary schools, and I'm supposed to be upset because Jimmy Kimmel told a joke that hurt your feelings. Like, go fuck yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
He
I
went
hope
after
ABC
Melania, right?
No, he just did. Okay, so he did. This was before the event. He did his own fucking White House correspondence stand-up routine on his show, and they like made a big deal out of the fact that he said, "Oh, like Melania's looking radiant tonight. She's looking like she's about to be widowed," right? Which is like his way of saying Melania hates Trump, and everybody knows Melania hates Trump. Like that's the joke. The joke is she hates her husband, and everybody knows that, right? And they tried to act like number one, he did the shit after the event, and number two, like he was in favor of murdering him or something. Like, shut the fuck up with your fake ass fucking outrage. Shove it up your ass. We don't care anymore. So if ABC fires him, there's going to be a backlash like a motherfucker against ABC, and then they're going to have to reverse course again, just like they did last time, or just lose all their fucking money because nobody's going to like. They tried to get rid of him before, and people were so pissed off, and they fled their like their platform, their whatever the fuck it's called, their streaming platform, and then they had to like reverse it. So we'll see what happens, but they'd be crazy to let him go. Like, fuck Trump. He's got no motion anymore. He's at 33% approval rating. Empire, thank you for the $5. As a leftist, I hate Obama, the veneer of progressivism, but a rotten, corrupt core, and people love him. At least everyone hates Trump. So my feelings on Obama are actually complicated, right? Because like the drone war, which killed a lot of innocent people, to me, that was like a big thing where I was like, fuck this. He also increased troop levels in Afghanistan, which I hated. He didn't arrest the Wall Street bankers, which I fucking hated. You know, when he did the bailout, it was of the corporations and not the people. So I have many bones to pick with him. However, when you look at him relative to other presidents, you get a new picture of like, okay, he was significantly less bad, like genuinely less bad, in the sense that he gave us the Iran nuclear agreement, which was awesome. He gave us the Cuba peace deal, which was awesome. He did Obamacare, which was way better than the system we had before, although it's far short of Medicare for all. So for a long time, I was in the same boat as you of like, I just fucking like, fuck him, I hate him, right? But now as time has gone by and you look at what we get now with Trump and the Republicans, it feels like, you know, there's many things to criticize there, and it's still fair to call him a war criminal for killing all those innocent people with those drones. But relative to other American presidents, significantly better. The best president of my lifetime. It was Biden until he armed and funded a genocide. So Biden fucked himself. But now Obama for sure is the best president of my lifetime. And like, I think it would do everybody well, left of center, to acknowledge the good and the bad about Obama, as opposed to just, you know, writing him off completely or sucking him off completely. You know what I'm saying? Because the nuance, I think, is legit there for him. CM Blues, thanks for the $10. Corin, thoughts on Robert Saleh as a Jets fan now? I'm 49ers, so I've always loved him. Things were going wrong in New York, but I think the last straw was wearing the Lebanese flag with a Zionist owner.
I like him. I like Robert Saleh a lot. He's the coach of the Titans now. I think he's going to do a phenomenal job. I didn't think he got a fair shake in New York because Aaron Rodgers got injured and he didn't really have a chance to
in 5 seconds. He got injured
in 5 seconds to like see that through. He got him, you know, when he came back, and I think he just got a bad shake of it. I don't think the Lebanese flag. I don't believe that like that really set off Woody Johnson, but maybe it did. But he's a great coach. He's a great defensive coach, and every team he's gone to, the 49ers and the Titans, are going to have a phenomenal defense. And the Jets had a really good defense when he was there. And then Aaron Glenn comes in, who's supposed to be a defensive coach, and they couldn't get one interception the whole season. So, like, there's something to say about his coaching of defense, which is impressive compared to other guys that haven't done well in New York.
Made in history, thank you for the $20. Have any of you heard of the recent demonetization purge? YouTube is cutting off and even withholding previous month's funds with no warnings and no recourse. It's not AI slop content either, so hope it doesn't come for Corin. Yeah, that's crazy. I have not heard about that until this very second. So Corin, just keep an eye on your, your YouTube revenue and stuff.
Yeah, is it? I mean, none of my stuff is AI except for some of the thumbnails I'll do, which.
Yeah, but that they wouldn't knock you for that. But he's saying there's like no rhyme or reason. So just keep your eye.
I will appreciate that. Made in History, man. I think Made in History has a popular ass channel too, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully they're not coming after you, man. Because if you are, reporting on some important historical fact shit, hopefully they don't, fuck with you.
Let's see.
Is that right?
Yeah, 220,000 subs. Shout out to Made in History.
Yeah.
Everybody go check out Made in History. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. Appreciate your support too, and for the info.
Shocked Guy, thank you for the $5. I don't want to sound like Blue Anon, but this latest attempt seems odd. What would they gain? Weren't they already moving ahead with the ballroom? Like I said, it's illegal. The ballroom's illegal, and I believe multiple courts blocked it. They rushed through an emergency thing, trying to get a court to like green light it because of the shooting. Very strange. But what would they gain? What they would gain is Trump's at 33% approval rating, and the general idea is if there's an assassination attempt that fails, like, or succeeds, but if it fails too, like in theory, people would go, "Oh, that's fucked up. I don't support the president, but I don't like this." And then,
We need more safety,
for like a couple months, people would say, "Oh, I kind of support the president," and so his approval will go from 33% to 46% or whatever the fuck. That's the general idea, but I don't think that shit's gonna work anyway. So,
I mean, you already see it like the left media kind of like sympathizing with him a little bit for this shit, which is.
Oh yeah,
like 60 Minutes
CNN.
interview, the CNN.
No, but what
girl,
I'm saying is everybody's saying like "fuck you" to Dana Bash for trying to sympathize, right? They're being like, "Don't go outside of this shit." Yeah, so like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Like,
hope not.
Whatever the idea behind it was, it ain't gonna work. He's too far gone. George Wade. Shout out to George Wade. In the Elvis movie Jailhouse Rock, his haircut was called a fresh fish special. I see you. Is that what Corin's rocking now too? The fresh fish special. That's a hard thing. If you say that fast, that'll fuck you up. Fresh fish special. Fresh fish special. It's a tough one.
Kind of fuck Elvis for getting like his own movie. Like he like stole all of his music and like his whole swag from like the whole like Motown like.
Oh yeah, he
robbed
the fuck out of black people. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then also
he was after him, but
he was a fat drug addict by the time he died. He was like,
really?
Yeah, for sure. And I think he may have been a pedophile.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
Sure. Yeah.
All those people, like all the music that my dad listened to, like 60s, 70s, all those songs is like like teenage,
about 13-year-olds or whatever. Yeah, creepy as fuck, bro.
Wes,
thank you for the $5. The most surprising thing from the White House Correspondents' Dinner was Kash Patel did not go to the bar when they yelled shots fired. 100%, bro. That's exactly right. Or fucking Pete Hegseth, too.
Yeah, true.
Metalhead Matt, thank you for the $5. Global AI is inevitable. We can't control China. Sagar, a draft may reduce imperialism. Should cultures that promote harm/wellness be valued equally? What? So Sagar said a draft may reduce imperialism. I definitely don't see the logic there. I wouldn't say AI is inevitable. I think we can put the fucking reins on it if we choose to do it. I don't like this defeatism of like, there's nothing we could do. Like, no, there is if we choose to do it. You know,
we're the ones that do that shit.
And should cultures that promote harm and wellness be valued equally? I'm not sure. What do you mean by a culture that promotes harm? If you're saying like Nazi culture, then of course that shouldn't be treated equally, But like generally speaking, most cultures are going to be like relatively equal on the whole like fucking virtuous versus not virtuous scale. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to have room for multiculturalism in the sense that we accept tolerable differences, if that makes sense. Francis, thank you for the $20. Here in Wisconsin, we have a brewery that is going to celebrate by offering free beer when Trump expires, and MAGA is clutching pearls, of course. Are you guys familiar with this? Minocqua Brewery is the name. No, I'm not familiar with that. That's kind of incredible and ballsy as fuck. So
yeah.
I used to be big time of the belief that I don't care who it is, like you should never really celebrate somebody being like leaving this earth this way. Yeah. But as I've gotten older, and I just genuinely feel like Trump broke something, not only in me, but in the nation. And like, it's at the point now where like people won't be able to help it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's like, you haven't been able to fully, like, I wasn't able to fully conceptualize just how evil these fuckers are until now. And then you go like, okay, I can see, of course, it's the right thing to do to react. Like,
it's on some like Saddam Hussein shit. Like, wasn't when he like they like tore his statue down and were celebrating the streets and shit, right?
100%. Yeah. Like if you're a fucking little Iraqi kid whose mother got killed because of George W. Bush, like when Dick Cheney died, you're gonna be like, yeah, fuck that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's what it is, Laura loves it. Thank you for the $5. Kyle, respectfully, you look fine with your hairstyle. I like how
you look fine.
I like how you said respectfully, as if I'd be offended. I'm flattered. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Corin's new cut is looking clean as well. Been watching since 2015. All love from Seattle. Well, shout out to you, Laura. We appreciate you very much, and thank you very much
Laura.
for saying me and Corin look fine with our hair. Thank you.
Well, she said you look fine. She said I look okay.
She said you look clean, bro. That's a good ass word. That's a good ass word.
Facts.
Near the Far World, thank you for the $5. Kyle, how is Morandi? How did it come about? Sorry for the pestering you to have him on. Recommending Andrei Martyanov on Russia, Russian POV from Russia. USA equals
Fried
eggs, fried barbecue chicken. Near the Far. Okay, so how was Morandi? Morandi was great. You'll be happy to know that it wasn't because you pestered me that we got him on. It was just fitting because of the Iran war and because Crystal had him on just before that, and I felt like, yeah, let's fucking do this. So he was great, and you can go check out the whole thing. You could listen for free on any of the podcasting platforms, or if you sign up for Crystal Kyle and Friends, you get to see the video of it, the full video of it. But it was great. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for your donation. Wes Nelson, thank you for the $5. It's ironic that RFK ditched Cheryl Hines at the White House Correspondents' Dinner because Larry David would have done the same thing to her in Curb. Totally. Yeah, he I mean, the Olivia Nuzzy like affair and shit. Like, I don't know what their deal is, him and Cheryl Hines, but it's not like that marriage is not like fucking chilling, Jason, thank you for the $10. Are we doomed to pay greedflation prices without government action? Waiting for stock market to crash into depression, but oligarchs keep making money by manufacturing economic situations to raise prices like wars. Yeah, but at some point the tricks are going to be up, bro. Like the thing, I can't imagine a scenario like housing prices are totally unsustainable. Like it's untenable. Like, so I think the bubble's going to burst at some point. Everything's going to come back down to earth. But the downside of that is so many people are going to lose their fucking jobs, So, yeah, there is no clean, simple solution here. I wish there was, but there wasn't. But I think we're all going to be struggling for quite a while here, if I'm being honest with you. Appreciate you, though. McGuire, thank you for the $5. Kind of weird how there's always a Trump assassination months before a major election. Bro, we're at the point where people there's been so many that I lost count. I had to think about them. And it's like, wait, do you count the one where the guy went to Mar-a-Lago when Trump wasn't there and then they killed him? Because that shit just happened. And that guy was a Trump supporter too, by the way. It was because the Epstein files, he went. I guess you do count that one. So how many was there? 4 different attempts or some shit? So there's been a bunch of them. At this point, it's like people are yawning about this shit. Either they're saying it's fake or they're yawning about it. Either one.
Yeah.
T-Lane, thank you for the $20. Friday is my birthday. 5-1. Kyle, can I get more wife guy videos? I'm not married, but I gas up my girl all the time. She's a pastry chef and I'm Seuss. So we have chef. Oh, okay. So we have our love/work for food similar to you and Crystal with politics. Well, that's great, man. Congratulations to you and her. That's awesome to have a relationship with a basis like that. That's always a good thing to have shared interests like that. Propose. What'd you say?
I said just propose. You only fucking live once.
Hey, why gas her up? Let them live. True. Let them live. Whatever. We don't know what's going on. But I'm sure they're chilling. If it's meant to be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, true. But that's a great birthday, by the way. May 1st is a phenomenal birthday. May is like the goated month of all time. It's just so perfect weather and shit. So I fuck with that hard. But shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for supporting and thank you for the $20. Appreciate you.
Happy birthday next week.
Empire, thank you for the $5. Kyle, you said simulation theory being true, but God, that begs the question, who created the higher civilization that's simulating us? Others? I mean, I think the way they look at it, it's like a mathematical type thing. They say statistically, if you come up with the ability to create a civilization, people will create a civilization. And so what's the likelihood that our civilization is organic and biological versus what's the likelihood that it's a simulation? And people say it's overwhelmingly likely it would be, created, a simulation. So I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying I could see it possibly being the case if that were to happen. But to answer your question, it's more of if people get smart enough to create their own civilizations, we'll always do that. So that means 99.9999999% of people live in a situation where it's a simulation and it's not real. And at the very beginning of that is one group of people that were organically made, I guess, or, biologically evolved, and it's not a simulation. So it's just like a math thing. The way it was described to me where it clicked was it's like a math thing that every civilization, once they can create their own civilization, will do it. And so that means if we're in a civilization that appears organized, it probably was simulated. So I don't know, just something to think about. But this stuff is trippy and outside my pay grade anyway. But appreciate you, bro. Cole, thank you for the $5. Am I the only one who cringes when friends of mine recommend using ChatGPT for anything? The normalization of AI low-key sickens me. Bro, I hate to tell you, but it really is the case that ship has sailed to one extent or another. We're not going to put the genie back in the bottle when it comes to basic fact-checking shit. I feel like there's no way around it that people go to AI instead of to Google.
Mhm.
To me, the thing is, anything beyond like basic fact checking stuff, I feel like we can sort of still put the genie back in the bottle to one extent or another. But if we get to the point where people rely on it for like literally fucking everything, we're cooked. We're just so cooked. Wes, thank you for the $5. Something to think about when people try to say Tucker has changed his views. He's still riding with Russell Brand and Meghan barely legal Kelly too. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what's he going to do? He's still going to do right-wing commentary. He's a right-wing pundit, right? And so he's going to try to take whatever this energy is that's anti-Trump. He's going to try to redirect it into supporting fucking, JD Vance or running for office himself. And like, he's still a fucking like great replacement guy, and he's right-wing on a bunch of shit. Like, you don't have to hand it to him. You don't. He could be right about one thing sometimes and still be wrong in the greater scheme of things. Like, there is no coalition you're going to build with him, is my point. Thanks for the $10. Luigi means warrior in Italian, and Cenk also means warrior in Turkish. So a name captures a person's essence, and they live up to it in good and bad ways. So what does Kyle mean? I don't know. Did you tell us what Kyle means a while ago, or what?
No, I don't know. Working always has the name.
Yeah, facts. That's awesome though. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate your contribution here. McGuire, thank you for the $5. Kyle, who do you think uses nukes first, Putin in Ukraine or Israel and U.S. in Iran? I would certainly say Israel and the U.S. in Iran is more likely because Ukraine is right next door to Russia, and so I feel like
some shit.
Yeah, you'd be very hesitant to do it in that scenario. But I could see a Moab. I would think a Moab before a nuke would be used in Iran. But I could definitely see Israel and the U.S. being crazy enough to do that shit, but I guess we'll find out together. Film Inspector, thank you for the $5. Hey, Kyle, is the West Wing show cool to watch for lefties, or is it just not worth watching? It is definitely not worth watching. It's complete fucking horseshit. No, it's a horrible show.
Really?
That show
I feel like people love that shit.
No. That show poisoned the minds of a generation of liberals where they thought that like the way things worked was like a goofy fucking, like cinematic movie type shit where like, you explain things to Republicans using facts and logic, and they go, "Oh, I guess you're right. I'll meet you halfway and negotiate with you." Like it's sort of like this mind virus of like, "Oh, we can work with them. Like we can work with the reasonable Republicans." That's what the whole show is based on. Is like basically like liberal navel gazing, smugness, and like, "Oh, we can work with them and it'll come together." And like the left is always stupid and bad and wrong and extreme and like not serious and not practical. It's a horrible show. It's like a terrible show. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody for that reason, that it's literally like a fundamentally wrong interpretation of politics.
Yeah, you heard it, Film Inspector. Don't watch that shit.
Check you later. Thanks for the $10. Corin Jong-un. What happened, brother? Sup, Kyle? The midterms cannot come soon enough, especially when we look at the polls. Love you, Kyle and Corin. Have a great summer. Well, thank you. Check you later. I appreciate that. Do not hate on my boy's cut. He's looking fresh as hell. Y'all just hating, man. Igneister Zone, thank you for the $20. Very kind of you. Kyle, giving a shout out to Zaid Tabani. He is a YouTuber and rapper who does a show freestyle. He does a show freestyle the news, and Zaid talks. He's been helping us out with how to fight this regime. You should check him out. Well, interesting. Shout out to Zaid Tabani. I will take a look at that. Zaid Tabani. And appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Corin and Kyle, I'm very nervous doing a shout out to Chris Challender. Thank you for the $20, man. Kyle and Corin, I am very nervous doing the best man speech for my best friend since '88. I believe you both did each other's best man speech. I have ADHD like Kyle, and Corin, LOL. I will be reading from a piece of paper. So if you want advice, what I would say is this is just what works for me. This is my whole thing. I do little bullet points of the things I want to do, and then you go up there and you sort of riff using the bullet points, right?
Love that.
And I always found I'm much better riffing because when I riff, I can sort of connect with what I'm saying and connect with the crowd more. Whereas if I'm just reading something and looking down at it, it becomes too robotic, right?
Yeah, it feels more authentic when you're just kind of
feels more authentic when you're just sort of talking from the heart. And I also find like for me, it's stressful to read something and try to have the right rhythm and cadence and sound persuasive. Like that's hard to do versus having bullet points and just riffing and talking, because like you might end up saying something that ends up being funny, that people laugh at, that people enjoy. And so that would be my advice to you. But having said that, if you feel more comfortable just reading, then go ahead and just read. You know what I'm saying? It's about whatever gets you in your comfort zone. But you'll be okay, bro. You'll figure it out. I've given a number of best man speeches, and I cried like a bitch at Will's one. It was kind of crazy. I felt weird afterwards. But I also cried at my own wedding too, like a motherfucker.
No, it's
But
normal, man. I think I teared up during your shit because it's like you, to your point,
dog,
if it's some heartfelt shit that you're speaking on, and that's why, like, maybe I agree with Kyle. Like, if you just have some bullet points, more natural shit will come out, and then like it'll just be like you'll feel it in your heart, and like it'll just be a awesome moment. Whereas if you're just reading from the paper of some shit you wrote, like you're not going to get that same authenticity, and you're not going to get that raw emotion of like you're going to say something that like you didn't expect you were going to say, and you're like, oh fuck, that memory like really like hit me, and you're going to start crying or some shit. Like that's what people want to see.
and for me, the nerves help me with public speaking. I lock in with public speaking when I get some nerves. Some people go inward and they shut down. When I get nerves when I'm public speaking, it just makes me like more charismatic and confident.
Facts.
And so it depends on how you are. But yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Joshua, thank you for the $10. Kyle, the majority of states actually would see Russell Brand's actions as legal as the age of consent is set at 16. It's super disgusting. Yeah, man. I mean, it's not, to me, it's not even that she's 16. It's that he was 30, right? Like, if you're 16 and, you know, somebody else is 18 and they're together, it's like, okay, that's like a relationship in fucking high school or whatever, right? But he's 30 and she's 16. Like, come on, man. That's fucking gross. And like, he thought he was slick by just saying like, oh yeah, I had a consensual relationship with somebody when they were 16. Bro, he called her the child. Yeah. He called her the child. Also, he was like forcing himself on her, and she had to punch him in the stomach to get him to stop. Like, it was legit straight up grape. Like, it just was. And so he thought, oh, I'll admit to some of it. And like that. No, like we see what you're doing here. So yeah, he's gross, bro. He's gross. And to see like Tucker and Megyn Kelly try to like fucking, you know, go easy on him. Like Piers, for all of his flaws, did a great job there, just exposing Russell. It was glorious.
The fact that Megyn Kelly was like, I forgive you for, you know, like she said all this shit, definitely like, and it prelude to like him being like, nope, it was all true. And she basically was like, oh.
You're right. Because he still had to like fucking be on his side. Gross.
Exactly.
Softball interview. Pathetic. Eucalyptus, thank you for the $5. Kyle, if you were president, which cabinet position would you nominate Corin for? Oh, that's a good question. If I had to nominate Corin for a cabinet position, what would you say you're most interested in, Corin, between like Secretary of Education,
maybe transportation,
Health and Human Services? Yeah, transportation might be, because you've done a lot of traveling, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, you could sort of freak that. You'd have some ideas with like how to modernize our fucking system and shit. So yeah, I would do Secretary of Transportation.
Facts. Or FBI. I could lead the FBI and make sure no.
You do better than Kash Patel. That's for fucking sure. Victoria Ford, thank you for the $20. Love you guys. Get well soon, Corin. Kyle, did you see FD Signifier did a video about you? Chicken Warrior, try adopt a pet site for your cat. Stay sane, everyone, and go vote. So yeah, Chicken Warrior, if you're listening, bro, adopt a pet. Try that because, you know, I don't know if you've decided you're going to keep the cat now, but if not, try adopt a pet. And yes, I did see the FD Signifier video. Somebody earlier asked me about it, and I already commented on it. But yeah, it was a good video. I've always been a big fan of FD. I think he does some phenomenal work.
Thank you, Victoria.
And thank you for the good, kind wishes for Corin.
Yeah,
he'll be back, bro. He'll be back at full strength soon. Seth White, thank you for the $5. Been a big fan of yours. However, some say that leftists are agreeing with Islam and theocracy of Iran. What do you say to people like that? What I say to people like that is I don't. My position is I'm in favor of secular democracy everywhere. So anything that's an ethno-state or anything that's a theocracy, I oppose. But at the same time, I also oppose illegal wars of aggression. And so if there's a country that is a theocracy, let's say, and, you know, the choice is, do we illegally invade them and try to overthrow the government or not? I'm going to say not. Like, I want them to have a secular democracy, but I'm not willing to wage an illegal war to force them to have it, especially when that's not the reason the government is doing it. You know, Trump is very open about the fact he's doing it because he wants to steal their fucking oil and their natural resources. And Israel wants it to be a failed state. So if I come across as defending the Iranian government, it's because I am defending them from an illegal war of aggression against them, not because I agree with them on social policy or Islam or theocracy. It's just that's ancillary to the main point here that I'm against illegal wars of aggression. So that's what I would say. Shout out to you, Thanks, Seth. We appreciate you. Jagger, thank you for the $5. Little shook at how many family members and friends are losing their white-collar jobs to places like Texas and Florida. Callie got to wake up fast. You know, it's interesting because It's kind of reversed now. So there was a hot second there where Texas and Florida, like they were the place where everybody was going, like during COVID and for the couple years after COVID. But now that shit is reversing. Now, like the housing market is struggling in Texas and in Florida, and like there's a lot more shit available there. So like the California exodus sort of reversed itself within the past like 3 years or so. And so there was a time when it was true, but now it's actually not the case anymore because a lot of people move to these places, then they're like, fuck it, I'm getting out of there soon thereafter. So Jaden Williams, thank you for the $10. Corin, you got to cover the Kevin Durant files on your show. Laugh my ass off. Yeah, you know about that, the group chats and shit.
No, what, his burner accounts on Twitter or whatever?
Yeah, his burner accounts and how he was in group chats talking nasty and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's gotten past that where now he'll just say it on his main accounts, but he's struggling, man. Like he's definitely hurt and he's got like bone spurs in his feet and he's going to be out for the rest of the series. He's not playing in the next game. And I noticed he looks slow. There's one play where I think LeBron does that reverse dunk where you see him kind of stutter stint and KD is just moving his feet so slow. And it's just, I think it says more to LeBron of how durable he is that like even Kevin Durant is like looking old compared to fucking LeBron James.
Kevin Durant has like the prettiest, smoothest jumper of all time. I've never seen somebody where so often when they shoot it, the ball goes like right in the middle of the fucking net.
Yeah.
Like it's so cash every time. No fucking hitting the rim at all. So I love his jumper, but Kevin Durant really lacks when it comes to leadership. Like LeBron is a fucking leader where he makes everybody around him better. Everybody around him likes him. And like, he just like makes everybody want to win. He creates like a culture of winning. Kevin Durant, and this is not any shade at him. Like it's just how his personality is, but like, he's more of an introvert and a loner. And like, he's the type to go in a group chat and talk shit about his teammates and be like, they fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? Whereas LeBron,
the username like
dead doing that shit.
Yeah. Like definitely not Kevin Durant. 1, 2, 3.
Gus Vaughn, shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the $5. Hey, Kyle, longtime subscriber. What's your take on JD Vance getting rushed out about Trump at Correspondents' Dinner? Yeah, he got rushed out before Trump. And I don't know, it's just weird, bro. It just shows how, like, I don't know, shit just doesn't add up with what happened here. It's very strange to grab him. Yet again, all the protocols were broken. Like, you know, it's a mess. It's always a fucking mess. Diego, thank you for the $5. Track APAC is being outright dishonest about certain Dem candidates. They are counting anyone who has ever given money to a pro-Israel PAC in their life. So here's the thing, man. I'm sympathetic because it's hard to come up with an objective standard to like really show everybody what they're trying to show people about who's corrupt. And what people need to realize is it's not enough to just say, okay, the actual group APAC needs to give money in order for, you know, you to look corrupt. Like this is the trick they use is they have other people who donate to APAC. Instead of giving money to a candidate through APAC, they will just give it themselves as a donation because they feel like that's a way to obfuscate where the money's coming from, right? Like it's still coming from the Israel lobby, but they're doing it in a more clever way to like get away with it. By the same token, APAC will create a group like Elect Chicago Women and then donate from that group. And then when people go, hey, wait a second, that's Israel lobby money. They go, no, it's not. It's Elect Chicago Women. So like they have these tricks that they use. And so it's hard. Their position, Track APAC, is difficult because how do you objectively measure this when there's obfuscation built into what they're doing? And so like they've come up with their own criteria and it's just like, sometimes it comes across as like maybe not the right way to measure it, right? Because like if somebody gave $20 to some, you know, some California Jewish group or something, and then they donate to like some politician, does that count as Israel lobby money? Well, probably not the person who gave $20, but if somebody gave, you know, $10,000 to APAC or some other group, like then now that person, if they donate as an individual to one of these politicians, it is like Israel lobby money, and that does come with strings attached. So it's kind of difficult. I've seen the freak out about it. I must say, I think the freak out is also incredibly dishonest because everybody knows like Track APAC is going after the politicians who are the ones who are most sold out to Israel. They just are, right? Like they're saying like Bernie isn't and Cory Booker is. That's just a fact. How they calculate it, you can take issue with it. But the person who like raised all the questions to begin with, he has his own way of calculating it. And his way of calculating it is embarrassingly stupid. Like he gave like Cory Booker a passing grade and like Marie Gluesenkamp Perez a passing grade when they've taken a tremendous amount of money from the Israel lobby. So I see this fight and understand that this fight is like because APAC wants it to be an issue and they want to like undermine Track APAC. So like, don't fall for the head fake. it's hard to get an objective standard, and they're trying their best to measure this in as clear a way as possible, but there's still hiccups, of course. Metalhead Matt, thank you for the $5. Not all presidents with their names on things were good. Reagan. In my opinion, Trump's renaming now so he can see it / stroke his ego, not because he thinks no one will later. Yeah, I mean, he is enough of a narcissist where just like he wants to see it now on the buildings. Mm-hmm. But, you know, when he's dead, that's thing number one a Democratic president needs to do is take his name off fucking everything.
Everything. Yeah. And when he's not in office, like no one's ever going to want to put his name on shit.
Facts. 100%. Everybody fucking hates him. The Cool Flames, thank you for the $5. Diana Rossini story is just good drama. She had even named her kid Michael after the Patriots coach. Oh, shit. Her husband seems like a sweetheart, too. Damn, bro. That's rough.
So like 4 years into their affair, she had a kid, and she named him Michael. And I was talking to someone there, like, if his name was like Ricardo or some random shit, yes, it's a little strange, but Michael's such a common fucking name. But it is a little weird that, like, you know, the guy she's having an affair with is the same name as her son.
I mean, I know Michael is a common name and like Jonathan is a common name or whatever, but
yeah,
still, if you're the dad, you got to be like, really? You're gonna name the kid after the dude you were sucking off, like while we were married? Fuck you, you know?
Yeah, that's why it is an interesting story in a weird way.
Diego, thanks again, bro. Thoughts on Zoran cultivating fairly good relations with the NYPD? Seems like a massive W so far, given the crime stats. It's not just for that reason. It's like, if you're mayor of New York City, as a practical necessity, you have to get like some muscle on your side. You don't want these people like fucking up your agenda and your will. And so any good mayor, socialist or not, would need to do that. And like, remember, guys, Trump was close to like sending ICE Gestapo thugs into New York City. Remember that? Like he was going to send ICE into New York City and they were going to fucking crack skulls and arrest people and ruin people's lives. And Zoran sort of made up with the police department, I think specifically for that reason. So like, hey, if Trump sends ICE in here, I'm going to tell the cops, arrest them when they fucking commit crimes. And the only way to do that is if you're on their good side and they're willing to like listen to you and work with you. So we need the muscle on our side. We got to be practical about it. And that was his approach. And I agree completely. In the national civil war, we're on team cop over team ICE. And if there's fights between the cops and ICE, you're going to be on team cop over team ICE. You know what I'm saying? I think that was Zoran's approach there. Some real news. Thank you for the $5. So many lies in your video. That was not Trump lurking in the back. Look again. You cherry picked when Trump made a corny joke to say they were laughing. Look, that stuff was all floating around Twitter. And I don't know about you, but if I was just allegedly targeted for murder, I wouldn't be standing there 30 minutes later giggling as people tell jokes personally. I would probably take it a hell of a lot more seriously. And no, everything that I presented there was stuff that popped up on the Twitter feed that everybody was talking about. None of that was, you know, like me nefariously taking things out of context or whatever. I think you just sound like you're a little butthurt over the fact that the narrative has completely spun out of control and you realize nobody's buying his shit anymore. Like, you know, even if it was an actual attempt, the attempt failed miserably and he's going to get no sympathy for it because he's the motherfucker that created this environment in this country where everybody hates everybody and everybody's a fucking asshole. So like, it's his bed and he's going to fucking sleep in it. That's how it is, bro. Adam King, thank you for the $5. Kyle, left candidates really struggle with black voters over 45 in Dem primaries like Bernie in 16 and 20. Why do you think that is? And how can we fix it by 2028? I think the reason is because older black voters trust the Democratic Party and the Democratic establishment more broadly. And, you know, when you have institutional trust for a party like that, when the party says fall in line and support like this particular candidate, they're going to go, okay, we'll support that particular candidate. There's also a thing about like, you know, the black church is very powerful and very strong. And so like you need to cultivate relationships with the black church and go down there and meet them and go speak to them and then earn their fucking endorsement. And like, you know, I don't think the left candidates have been the best at cultivating those relationships and like basically going to talk to all the right gatekeepers, if you will, down there. And so it's more like an old school version of politics. And I think we need to be smart enough to crack that code and to actually like do the work to get them on our side. Like go down there, talk to them, fucking earn their trust, go through the process, go through the steps. And like, that's how a left-wing candidate can break through. But yeah, it was a shame when it, you know, they were pro like Hillary over Bernie, for example. And it was a real impediment at the time. It absolutely was. Seth White, thanks for the $5. Corin's haircut looks like a Marine haircut, looking badass. Kyle, do you think Israel wanting war with Iran is restarting Nazism in America? Do I think it's restarting Nazism in America? I don't know. It's kind of a weird way to phrase it. I think there's always been some semblance of Nazism in America. I think there has been a massive uptick of it recently. I think a lot of people on the right, if they're not going full Christian fundamentalist, there's plenty of them that are going full Nazi, like Nick Fuentes and, the Groypers. So I do think that's the case, but it's certainly gotten worse. The reasons for why it's gotten worse are up in the air. Does it have something to do with Israel like actually doing a genocide? Potentially, but that's more like the left is actually concerned about that. I don't think the right actually cares about Israel doing a genocide. They're also genocidal. So I don't know what's leading particularly to the uptick on the right. What was the other part of the question? Did I miss a part of it?
No, I don't think so. Hold on.
Okay. Your haircut looking like a Marine. No, I don't think it. No, it still looks like a fade to me, not like a total Marine cut. But I see where you're coming from, bro. Appreciate you. Offensive humor. Thank you for the $5. Sup, fam? I need to get into pyrotechnics. The amount of business Erica Kirk provides them whenever she's grieving must be astronomical. Kirkified. Yeah, man. I mean, it's so crazy.
That business.
I like how they just stopped doing it recently for her, but it took them like fucking months before they were like, hey, maybe we shouldn't make it look like she's in WrestleMania after her husband was shot. It's like, oh, really? It took you that long to figure this out? Fucking weird.
All those companies just came out on July 4th, but now they're making tons of money year round.
QC man, thank you for the $5. Good afternoon, folks.
Georgia folks.
Oh, Georgia folks. Don't forget to vote for the 2 Supreme Court seats next month. 519. Actually 3 seats up, but 1 is an unopposed GOP seat to finish the term. So there you go, Georgia folks. Got some election advice here.
Thank you.
Brianna Miller, thank you for the $5. Did Obama, Clinton, or Bush have as many assassination attempts as Trump, and we just didn't hear about them because I've never heard about them? Yeah, somebody was posting about it the other day. Here, let me. How
I feel like it would have been news. No, I mean, like that's not something you like wash under the rug.
There on Obama. The thing is, some of them get closer to succeeding, and some of them don't. Right. So here's I just typed it in. Based on various reports, there were at least 11 notable plots or attempts against President Barack Obama when he was in office. So to answer your question, yes, there were attempts on all these people. And we either don't remember them or they didn't rise to the point of like getting close to succeeding. And so, we don't really talk about them much. But yeah, the Trump ones are definitely, I feel like they're in the news more than the previous ones were. But then again, we're all older and we're all following closer now than we were back then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but yeah, it's certainly not like, he's not unique. He's not special. He's unique in the sense that he sort of coarsened our politics and made our politics like just significantly nastier. And so like, I feel like it's sort of par for the course after that, there's more high profile examples of people coming after him, if that makes sense. So
thanks, Brianna.
But yeah, Obama had 11. That's crazy. That's a lot.
That is kind of nuts,
but first black president. I mean, it's actually kind of expected if you think about it in some respects. McGuire, thank you for the $5. Dylan Harrer was robbed of Roy. Corin, do you honestly think anybody rookie of the year? Guys, can you stop doing fucking acronyms, please? For the love of God, can you type out rookie of the year? Is that so difficult? Or does like the text run out? Because the number of times me and Corin butcher fucking acronyms here is astonishing. Lately, it's been me. Corin, do you honestly think anybody in the East can beat the Celtics or at least make it interesting?
I mean, Kyle and I have said this. I think the Knicks can beat them. I'm not scared of the Celtics, man. Like I think the Knicks match up well with them. They're a good team. They're well coached, but like we beat them in the regular season. We beat them at the end of the season when they had what's his name back, Tatum. So it's like I think we're the only team that can beat them. Everybody else is struggling with their matchups, but like the Knicks, I think match up well against them. You agree?
I do agree. And by the way, as we talk right now, Orlando is leading by 4 against Detroit with 2 minutes left, fourth quarter. Wow. Yeah. So if they win this, bro, that's 3-1, right? That's 3-1 Orlando.
Yeah. And they're an 8 seed over 1.
And they're 8 seed over a 1 seed. Holy cow. So that means the Pistons were the ones that had the unnecessary hype if that happens. That's crazy, bro.
Yep.
That's
That'd
crazy.
Be a big upset.
There's been a lot of like surprises in this fucking playoff so far,
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Lakers, man. I mean, now it's 3-1. It was 3-0. Now it's 3-1. But like, shout out to them, bro. Without fucking Reeves or Luka, and they defeat the Rockets like handily a bunch of times. Ryan Chan, thank you for the $5. Is Summer Lee the most underrated progressive? She's backing Chris Rabb, a progressive for Pennsylvania's 3rd district. Also was willing to campaign with Abdul and Hassan. Yeah, I love Summer Lee. Crystal loves Summer Lee as well. I think she's been on Breaking Points. We gotta get her on KKF at some point. But yeah, she's fucking awesome. She was the OG. She was ahead of a lot of people, along with like Cori Bush, on the issue of Gaza. And so shout out to her, man. She's the real deal.
All right, we're like halfway, so we'll go a little faster here.
Okay. Benny Johnson, Twitter has thank you for the $10. Y'all see Rory is skipping Doral. I know the tour schedule is part of it, but don't you think the fact that it's on Trump's course is at least part of it? Absolutely. It's him. It's Robert McIntyre. It's Xander Schauffele. I do think that almost everybody who was like, I'm not going to that, I do think a lot of it is political. And I do think they're like, fuck this guy. Yeah, good for them, man. Shout out to all of them. All of them who are skipping it. You guys are awesome. QAL, thank you for the $5. Kyle, you need to spend time talking about Sudan. The only people on the left I see talking about it are the Democracy Now! People. Yeah, I mean, look, to be fair, it really is a function of like nobody ever writes about it. Nobody ever like educates me about it. Like I don't just have all the knowledge in my cranium, like, you know, bestowed upon me. Like it's not innately in me. I need to read it. I need to see it. And so, you know, if they're not doing their job, then I can't do my job. So, but I will see if I could do, you know, separate searches here and find stuff out. But we appreciate you, bro. Josh J. School, thank you for the $10. Have you ever seen the movie House Guest with Sinbad from '95? It must be a Sinbad. It's a must. Sinbad. It's a must. Sinbad invents a new version of golf. I was wondering if Kyle ever tried playing speed golf, and what are your favorite golf movies? Shit, my favorite golf movie.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore's good. Legend of Bagger Vance, I feel like I watched a bunch.
Tin Cup, wasn't that one with the
Tin Cup was a good one. Yeah. There aren't that many great golf movies, but those are solid. I would say those are pretty solid. And I didn't see that Sinbad movie. I'm still convinced that Sinbad was in a movie where he played a wizard, even though people swear up and down he didn't, you know? Shazam. I'm convinced Shazam is real and Sinbad is in it, and they're all lying to us about that shit. I swear I watched that movie, dog.
I think so too. Yeah, I always think that when you say that shit.
Facts. People don't know what we're talking about. I forget what it's called, but it's this phenomenon of like where everybody has a false memory, and everybody seems to think that Shazam was a movie that Sinbad played a genie, and it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And like I remember just going down a rabbit hole on this. Like, how is it a thing that we all are convinced we saw this and it doesn't exist?
Yep.
So anyway, crazy false memory that like our whole generation has. So everybody look into that. It's kind of amazing. McGuire, thanks again for the $10. Kyle, a little while back, Emily J was able to ask President Dump some questions in the Oval. If Crystal ever had the chance, would you support it? And what questions would you want asked? Ooh, sort of put me on the spot here, bro. Sort of put me on the spot here. But I mean, the first thing that comes to mind for me is the warmongering and the corruption. You got to ask about the warmongering, got to ask about the corruption, and you got to ask about the Epstein files. Mm-hmm. So I would craft like very clear, concise, direct questions about that and watch him squirm like a little bitch. That's what I would do.
Or, I mean, you could take a play out of this lady from 60 Minutes was kind of a Jedi, and you set him up where like he feels like he's getting attacked with the question.
I'm talking about you?
Yeah. Like, I wasn't talking about you.
Benny Johnson, Twitter ads, thanks for the $10. Texas Tech QB going to be suspended for gambling. Might not play football again. Kyle, what should we do about these gambling sites and apps? Don't think we should ban gambling, but we got to do something. Yeah, bro. I mean, I used to be like a let's legalize gambling everywhere guy. But honestly, it was a failure of my imagination to think of the potential downsides where like now the integrity of the sport is ruined. And also the gambling sites are ruined. The gambling sites are hellholes too, where they ban people for winning too much. And like, so all people do is lose. Like, that's it. Mm-hmm. Like, they go there to just dump money to these gambling companies. It's a fucking mess. It's a joke. The NBA now has deals with gambling companies. Like, it's ridiculous. This is crazy what we're witnessing here. So honestly, I'm sort of old school now in my belief where I feel like we can have legalized gambling, but it's got to be in certain parameters. Like, I like the idea of having to go to a certain place, to go to a physical casino to bet. Like, okay, you want to be a gambler? You want to do that shit? You got to go to the casino. You got to, fucking be there in person, all that shit. And so anything that's a game of skill that's involved, I'm cool with legalizing it. Like poker has some element of skill. I'm fine with legalizing that. But anything that's just flat out gambling, get your ass to the motherfucking casino in Atlantic City or Las Vegas and shut the fuck up. So like, I actually would sort of ban them. The way I feel now, I sort of would ban them. Somebody could talk me into just strictly regulating them. Like, what do they say? What do they say, Corin? The prop bets are the things that are the problem, right?
Yeah, those are tough ones. Yeah.
Prop bet, like ban prop bets. That's at the bare minimum is ban prop bets. But I'd be
you're betting on like coin tosses and shit like that.
I'd be interested in hearing other people's thoughts on what the solutions are. QC man, thank you for the $5. Your cash getting cucked comment had me LOLing today. But seriously, if Crystal was holding some dude's hand in that scenario, what's your reaction? I mean, I would literally be like, what the fuck? Like that, like me and her never fight, but that would be a fight. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what is that? What are you talking? What the fuck? Was
his wife holding someone's hand, Cash Patel?
Yeah. So when the shooting happened, Cash Patel was not with his wife, but his wife came out of like a back room holding a random guy's hand.
Oh shit. She
Yeah,
might have
bro.
planted this shit.
Bro got cuffed during the shooting, dog. Like, that's crazy.
That is kind of
That's
wild. I didn't
crazy.
see that. Yeah, that's nuts. That's bugged out.
Okay, nice guy. Thank you for the $10. How confident are you that American normies know enough of the things you talk about on your show, Palantir CEO saying humans should be replaced by AI, that they will change their minds about Republicans? Okay, it's a great question. My answer would be, I think the thing that's making people change their minds about Republicans are the fucking gas prices being so expensive. You know, like, it's classic shit, right? Like, just, I can't afford my groceries. Gas is so fucking expensive. Like, I'm struggling. You know, my job laid me off. Like, it's shit like that that's going to make people turn on Republicans. I think,
Yep.
like, Epstein files plays a role and the war and shit plays a role. But, like, the big thing is, like, I can't pay for shit anymore. That'll make people run into the loving arms of Democrats immediately. Like, that's what happens. That's how this game works. And how many times in our life have Republicans destroyed the economy and Democrats have to come in and save it? It's happened 1,000 fucking times, you know? Silent Player, thank you for the $10. In Trump's voice, Lance, you're a terrific guy. Really great guy, believe me. Not as great as Barron, but still great. But you've been depressed and nobody knows about depression more than me, let me tell you. Well, there you go. I guess your name is Lance. Shout out to you,
I was
bro.
gonna say
Appreciate
Lance Bass is the only Lance I think of.
Spiderweb, thank you for the $5. Last week you were talking about doppelgangers, and I just had to say that Corin's doppelganger is Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park in his younger years. Well, you pulling it up?
Yeah, let me see if I can find this.
Pull that bitch up, and let me go take a piss real quick.
I mean, maybe. Let me show. I mean, let me know what you think in the chat if this guy looks like me. I don't know. That's a good one. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard. Oh, wow. You think so? Oh, a lot of yeses. Yeah, that's how I feel. A little. It's okay. It doesn't even matter. Here's his younger years right here. I don't think. Oh, let me show this. Oh, no. Share this tab instead. No, I don't think so.
I don't see it, bro.
No, right? Yeah.
Nah, I don't really see it.
Maybe here, like a little. No.
I mean, I know, like, the general vibe that they're saying is like eyebrows
Spiky
are sort of
hair.
similar shape, spiky hair, complexion, but nah, I don't really see it that much, to be honest with you.
Same.
It's okay, Corin, doesn't even matter. Ryan Chan, thank you for the $10. Chris Rabb in Pennsylvania's 3rd District, he called out Obama for the 2008 financial crash. His opponent said that Israel committing a genocide is the same thing as saying the N-word. Jesus Christ. Chris said, screw AIPAC. That's wild, dog. Yeah, so Chris Rabb, everybody, Pennsylvania's 3rd District. That's wild, man. It's crazy that is a thing that happened. T-Land, thank you for the $10. Once I get my mixer replaced and I start making dough again, I could by hand. I'm going to make that chicken vodka pizza from John's. Any other favorite dishes from restaurants I should try to recreate? I'm a fan of fresh gnocchi. So try some of that shit too. Make some gnocchi in this bitch.
That would be banging. A nice chicken parm would be good, but yeah, gnocchi sounds real good.
Bro, that's
like a noodle, right?
Yeah, I don't even. What the fuck is a gnocchi made of? Let me look this shit up real quick. I forget.
I feel like is it some pasta shit?
It is kind of like pasta. It is kind of like pasta. It is made of homemade gnocchi. Typically requires only 3 main ingredients: starchy potatoes,
potato.
Flour and salt. Yeah, so it's like potatoes. But it tastes like pasta. Like it's an amazing like pasta-y type shit. You know, George Wade, shout out to you, man. The only 2 things we really have is time and energy, and both are finite. We're not making any more of either. So yeah, I'm sending that steak back. I'm not proud of the fact that I would like never advocate for myself in those scenarios, because there's definitely scenarios where it's like I really should fucking stand up a little bit for myself here because I'm sort of getting walked all over low key.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it in me, man. I have such a soft spot for people who are in the service industry, because it's like they deal with so much bullshit and like so many people just like won't tip And it's like, I don't want to fucking ruin their day, and I'm just, whatever, I'll just eat it. But now there's been a few times though where somebody gave me the wrong food, and it was like some shit I don't even eat, bro. It was like some OD spicy shit or some fish, and I'm like, fuck
that, yeah.
And that's the worst, bro.
And then if you send a steak back, like you got to wait all that time for a new ass steak. So it's like, let me just fucking eat the shit that they gave me.
That's the other thing is I'm a wolf, bro. I wolf my food down. So like in that scenario, I'm trying to eat this shit quickly, you know.
Facts.
Zozo, thank you for the $5. Looking clean, Corin. Do you need rehab for the hand? Kyle, did you cover the CIA agent deaths in northern Mexico? No, I didn't. In fact, I didn't even see anything about that.
I see that. Yeah. And I probably will have to do like what Kyle has, is just like some scrunchy ball shit to strengthen my thumb again.
Oh, to strengthen it back up? Yeah, that makes sense.
Facts.
T-Lane, thank you for the $10. My suspicion about the would-be shooter is that he's black. We get shot for having Arizona tea. This dude was going to kill the president, and he doesn't even get roughed up. I got a lot of questions. Yeah, man. There's a lot of questions to be asked, but
how did he not get shot? Like everyone's got guns in there,
and there were 6 shots that rang, or it was like a bunch of shots that rang off, and like, I mean, he didn't get shot. That's what I'm saying. Like, and you're not allowed to say any of this shit, or some real news will yell at you. You know, like it's crazy.
Exactly. Good call.
Sonia Merton, thank you for the $5. Kyle, my husband bought Ralph's Club New York off your recommendation, and we both love it. Any new favorites you've discovered lately, bro? There's one. Oh, I don't know if I recommended this one, but this will change your life, everybody. I hope y'all are paying attention. Did I recommend this one on the show before? YSL Myself Eau de Parfum.
I don't know. Bro. YSL sounds familiar, but I don't know.
YSL, I mean, YSL is like a, you know, like
big
a
time shit, yeah.
Good brand, and they have a bunch of different things, but YSL Myself Eau de Parfum, the original shit, bro, it'll change your life. Like, on the dry down, it smells like the freshest, crispiest, most lovely, like laundry smell you've ever smelled in your life. Just like you're being hugged by some like fresh, warm laundry. I'm telling y'all, man, YSL Myself Eau de Parfum, go buy that shit.
That sounds like some freaky shit, though. Like, I'm about to go YSL myself in the room.
But I promise you guys, man, like that. This is one where there's no doubt you're going to like it and like you're going to be happy. There's not even a small chance that you'll smell it and be like, nope, it's guaranteed. Like, it's everybody loves this shit. So I would try that one. And Ralph's Club New York is so underrated, bro. That's why I always recommended that one. People don't know, like, that's next level shit. Bells, thanks for the $10. You should check out the Washington Post article that Russia suggested this for Viktor Orban. Like they said to have a staged assassination attempt while he was tanking support. No, did they? Oh my goodness. See, that makes me think the Trump shit is definitely fake skis. Oh my word. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, shit is dirtier than people realize, man. Keith Black, thanks for the $5. If this was a false flag, what the fuck are we in for in the upcoming election cycles? Telling you, bro. I'm telling you, I'm concerned. The only thing that's giving me hope is that it looks like it's like things are going so badly that like they might try to steal it and just they can't because it's just too overwhelming. Like, in other words, there might be so many like Republicans that go and vote for Democrats. And like, what are you going to do? Like, you can't like, you know, ballot purge them or ballot spoil them. Like, you don't know. You think they're voting for Republicans and they get up there and they don't. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking a too big to rig thing is our best bet, but it could get ugly. That's for sure. Shout out to you, bro. Southeast Coys, thanks for the $10. Hey, Kyle, for healthcare, is the end goal for you universal coverage? Does method matter? Are you more of a Beveridge UK NHS person or Bismarck Germany multi-payer person? Which is more likely in the US? I would say the multi-payer system is more likely in the US given the type of country that we are and the like individualistic country that we are. My preference would be a UK NHS style. I want public funding of public hospitals and public services. I don't want public funding of private hospitals and services. Now, having said that, if you tell me we can either keep it like we have it now or have public funding of private hospitals, I would take that in a second. But yeah, my favorite is NHS, but I think we're more likely to get like a multi-payer system or, you know, I forget which systems in Scandinavia have it, but public funding of private hospitals and stuff like that. That's what I think we're more likely to get if we ever get to full universal care. Big can of whoop ass. Thanks for the $5. What do you think of Cristiano Ronaldo? He plays for a Saudi soccer team. He's Portuguese. My people, so it kind of hurts. Yeah, Ronaldo. Yeah, I know that he sort of cashed in and decided to go, make a bunch of money from the Saudis. So I
Kinda
mean, it
sold
doesn't
out.
speak highly of him. Didn't Messi go to fucking
Miami.
Miami? Yeah,
Yeah.
but is there like investments from like the Saudis in the Miami team
I
or
don't know if it's Saudi or Apple TV gave a lot of money, so Apple paid a lot of
okay?
that contract. But,
Yeah.
it could be some Saudi playing that shit,
And by
but
the way, Ronaldo was a big fan of fucking Jordan Peterson. So that's another red flag there is that he like loved Jordan Peterson before Jordan Peterson fucking killed himself, you know. QC man, thank you for the $5. Kyle and Corin, be sure to not tweet positive about the Knicks without clearing it with Kyle's girl Nancy Mace first, so you're not accused of terrorism. Yeah, did you see this, Corin, with Ben
no.
Stiller? So Ben
Oh,
Stiller,
right, yeah.
Ben Stiller tweeted, "Got it done," and
Yeah.
all the psycho Republicans were in the replies like, "Got what done? Did you assassinate Trump? Like, what's the matter with you?" And everybody's like, "No, you fucking idiots! He's talking about the
Fucking
Knicks."
Knicks are playing. Yeah, Josh Hart does that a lot. He'll tweet out some coy shit and then be like, "Oh, it's a European soccer game that's going on right now," and it's just like, it is timely, but like Ben obviously was talking about the Knicks and not Trump shit.
Yeah, facts. Penn Taxenstein, our boy, thanks for the $50,
Welcome back,
bro.
man.
Very, very kind of you. Kyle, I told you my wife said you couldn't make any promises about no more MOF mentions of felching. And today during the show, she turned and looked at me with this face of a disappointed mom who didn't get a card on Mother's Day. I love you guys. You know, it's funny. I actually thought about that in the back of my mind when I did the felching reference. I did. I was like, I was told by Ben Taxenstein not to do this. But I couldn't help myself. It was too perfect. Like, we were talking about RFK and him leaving his fucking wife behind him. And I was like, I got to throw in a felching reference with Olivia Nuzzi, you know? So anyway, tell your wife I apologize. But the over-under on mentioning felching moving forward is probably 1 per week. So just prepare yourself.
There you go.
Diego, thank you for the $5. Your honest opinion on populist Democrat and former Louisiana Governor Huey Long, the kingfish. Share our wealth, make every man a king. Yeah, I mean, goated. He's goated. From what I remember of what I read about him, he's sort of like a, classic populist class guy. And so would be great to have more Huey Longs today. Appreciate you, bro. Big Can of Whoop ass. Thanks for the $5. What do you think of Portugal electing a socialist as president a few months ago with 66% of votes against a far right Trumpy guy? I didn't know that happened, but shout out to Portugal, man. That's awesome. We love to see that. We love to see the global backlash to the rising tide of fascism and far right wing politics. This is what this moment is called for. An equal and opposite counterweight to these psychos on the right, and it sounds like that might be delivered in Portugal. So shout out to you, man.
Charles Edwin with the super chat of the fucking night.
Oh my word, bro! That is the kindest fucking donation. Thank you, bro. We appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
Love all of the shows. Run it up, lefties. Shout out, man. That's gonna go towards Corin's fucking rehab for his thumb.
My $4,500 surgery for this bullshit ass thumb.
$4,500, god damn, dog.
Yep,
And that's
insurance.
And so wait, you have to pay that out of pocket? Oh,
yes, sir.
No.
They wanted me to pay that shit before I got the surgery. They're like, "How do you want to pay for this shit?" And me and Molly were like, "Can we have a payment plan or something?"
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, they weren't playing around.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, thank you though a lot, man. Really appreciate it, Charles Edward, cheese man.
Yeah, so you just paid for a good chunk of his surgery, bro. That's very kind of you,
bro.
Brent R, thank you for the $5. Corin, you looking good, dog. By the way, I still think Bernie will run and win in 2028. Y'all are tripping if you think he's not gearing up. Watch. I don't think he's going to run, bro. I don't think he's going to run. But, man, that would be the craziest political story maybe of all time if Bernie runs as like a fucking 98-year-old man and wins.
I would love it. I want him to.
Yo, I've said it a million times. I would definitely give Bernie 10 years off my life. And Crystal would give 10 years off hers. Like, there'd be so many people that would donate years to Bernie. Like, bro,
he's still with it though, man. Like, he shows up at these Mamdani fucking things, and like, he's just still a G. He's still
mentally, he's sharp as a motherfucker. Yeah, he doesn't stop either. He's taking flights and giving speeches and doing all sorts of shit, bro. It's kind of amazing, Cartoon, thank you for the $5. Thoughts on the Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini scandal, and its shock that he has not left the Pats. Unlike the former Celtics, current Rockets head coach. Yeah, Ime Udoka, right?
Yeah, but see, the difference is like Udoka was like sleeping with people who worked for the team, like Rossini was just a reporter for some independent like news shit. If he was like having an affair with someone at the Patriots, I feel like maybe then he should lose his job.
Yeah. So Corin's the one to ask about this shit, man. We were talking about this a little bit early on, but I don't think I have much to add on this one.
Yeah, I think it's just like a scandal, and it's interesting because they're both like married to people.
Lennon Lover, thank you for the $5. Hey guys, just curious when you plan to cover the recent veto of the universal healthcare bill in California, even though the Dems have a supermajority in the state. Now, I know that, what was it, like 4 years ago now or 5 years ago now, maybe even longer now, that basically Gavin Newsom ran out the clock on a universal healthcare bill to kill it effectively. But are you saying that happened again? That there was another... It failed again. It came up for a vote and failed or something like that. So I haven't looked into it yet, but that's crazy. So I will. I'll take a look at that. Not really. Rachel Atwood, thank for the $5. Did you see Stephen Miller essentially use his wife's baby bump as a human shield? The only prayer that kid has is by crawling away to join the circus. Yeah, that along with RFK leaving his wife in the dust, you had Stephen Miller using his wife as a fucking human shield and his baby as a human shield, which is so fucking on brand for that little twerp. That little
you
twerp
see people's true fucking colors come out there in that
100%.
shit.
100%. Zach, thank for the $10. Kyle, hit me with good news, something that gives you hope in our current situation. Need some revolutionary optimism. Hit you with good news. Zoran Mamdani exists and is doing awesome things. Graham Plattner is virtually guaranteed to be Maine's next senator. Abdul El Sayed is probably going to win his race. There's some shit, bro. There's some shit fucking bubbling. There's some shit happening. Your average Democratic voter now is basically like what Bernie supporters were in 2016. Like, all of them are now like, fuck it, we're radical. We need to like arrest all these motherfuckers. We need to do universal health care. So like, there's a lot of revolutionary optimism out there right now. I'm not going to lie. Like, there's a lot of real good shit happening, even though it's in many ways it's the worst of times. The top turn chuckle. I see what you did there. Thank you for the $10. While your Vindman probably won't get primaried, we got a progressive Dem running in Northern Virginia. Elizabeth Guzman, who's running on abolish ICE, Medicare for all, anti-crypto, and anti-genocide. Let's go. Well, that's awesome. Shout out to Northern Virginia, and I hope she does well, man. That's awesome. AJ Gonzalez, thanks for the $5. Gas was $3.65 when I went to the store today in Houston. Almost makes up for the fact that my hometown is a humid swamp town with too much traffic. AJ, bro, I will say, man, I'm a fan. Anybody who lives in hot climates, I'm genuinely jealous, because in those winter months where it's like dark and gray and disgusting, I'm always like, damn, I wish I was in Florida or fucking Houston or where it's like hot the overwhelming majority of the time, you know?
Yeah.
And Houston's like that. Houston, even in the winter, is still like decently, it's a decent temperature, pretty mild,
I like Houston, and go to Trill Burgers, man. Shout out to Bum B. He's like the mayor of Houston.
Cartoon, thanks again, man. Thoughts on FD Signifier criticism of you on socialism and racism, and on the quartering copyright strike drama with making him be hated on both sides. So I didn't see the quartering copyright strike drama, but I did see that the quartering was basically accused of being a cuck. Did you see that? I did see that. I didn't see the copyright drama though. But on the FD Signifier thing, I watched the video. He wasn't criticizing me. I don't think he was criticizing me. He was just like basically adding to the conversation and saying that like that race was a genuine issue, because when FDR was doing social democracy, it was like, yeah, but you can't give it to the black people because that'll make the white people just throw it all out, right? Like overturn the apple cart, flip over the board game. So yeah, I think that's what he was saying, and he has a point for sure. Penn Taxon Scene, thanks again, brother. We appreciate you. Hey, I'm guessing he could have the Constitution tattooed on his manhood, so the ladies tend to ignore the others.
He probably does have some weird stuff tattooed down on his private parts.
I could totally see that, without a doubt. Definitely.
Like weird
Shout out to you, bro.
Or something. Thanks, Pentax.
Appreciate you, man. The Cool Flames, thank you for the $5. Costco is based as fuck. They pay way higher than average. Most get $31 an hour. Most staff have been there over 5 years because it's so good. They're the anti-Walmart. Bro, I've always said that about Costco. I've always been a big fucking Costco fan. Not only do they have shit in bulk, not only is their shit tasty as fuck. Pause. Get the meat from Costco compared to like any old grocery store. Like the meat is fucking banging. It's Wegmans and it's Costco in terms of the quality ass meat.
Yep.
So
and their pizza is like $1. Yeah. Hot dogs $1.50.
And treat people good. And in today's day and age, I feel like that goes a long way. Like if you pay people good, if you treat people good, like people are just going to respect you more, bro. Like you're going to gain business from that shit. So shout out to them, man. Michelle, thank you for the $50. Very, very kind of you. That is a very awesome donation. Kyle, what's up? Do you think we are going to win Virginia's redistricting fight? Yes, I do. I do think we're going to win it. So it was struck down, but then it was re-allowed. It already went through like 2 different courts or some shit. I'm not sure the exact legal process, but I saw it was struck down, then brought back. I think we're going to win it. Because they're doing it in all these other states. So why can't we just fucking counter do it here? I think we will. So
Thanks, Michelle.
AC Poll, thanks for the $10. Right-wing robot chorus of We Need the Ballroom now includes Rand Paul, Jones, Carlson, Megan have returned to daddy. Oh, really? Oh, no. Fucking Tucker did? Oh, my God. And so on the left, TYT say, work with them to end the war or you are anti-Muslim. I'm going to go big yikes on that, dog. I'm going to go big yikes on that because they're out of their fucking minds, these psycho Republicans. Reflector, thanks for the $10. Happy SC18. Sunday was Chernobyl's 40th. In Port Arthur, massacre is 30 today. Saturday was Beaconsfield mine collapse. And 20th and 1/11th of Win Satan Churchill sending Anzacs to Gallipoli. Slaughter in Turkey? Is that Turkey?
I don't know. You got me. Your guess is just as good as mine.
You guys, look, I'm going to say this one time, y'all. Please don't send puzzles. Like,
that's the fucking puzzle.
If you hit me with acronyms, if you hit me with flags, I'm going to be sitting here like a dumbass trying to figure out which is which. You know what I'm saying?
That one's OD, but thank you, bro.
Thank you for the $10. We appreciate anniversaries. RM Punk, thank you for the $5. Kyle, a month ago, you uploaded a short video of you interviewing people at the No Kings rally. Do you have more footage from then? The people want this. No, that was all of it. I gave you guys everything. I'm not a big like, oh, I'll hold shit back guy. Like when I post some shit, you're seeing the whole shit. I never fucking like, oh, let's just not put this in. Like, no, all of it's there. So that's what we got, y'all. Paul Sucks, thanks for the $5. Kyle, when are you going to stop with the blue and on conspiracy theories? Look at your hair, man. You look so tired, man. How much more money do you need? Sort of fuck you, bro. Sort of fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, because like I'm saying the shit I fucking believe. You might not like it. You might want somebody who's not telling you the truth and raising the right questions, but I'm going to tell the truth and I'm going to raise the right questions, bro. You want me to come out here and oh, Donald Trump was right, and I'm sure everything was on the up and up, and he just happened to survive another assassination attempt, and I wouldn't question the official narrative. Oh, look, what a good little boy you are believing the official narrative. Fuck you. Jesus
yeah, that's
Christ.
why Paul sucks.
Noah Redlick, thank you for the $10. Hello again. Just wanted to flag that our boy Abdul El Sayed is now leading in the betting markets. Let's fucking go. I'm going to say this, y'all. Everybody go vote for Abdul. If you're in Michigan, go vote for Abdul with a big-ass smile on your face. We need to send a message, and that's by sending Abdul to the Senate. He's going to win the primary, then he's going to win the election, okay, the general, and we're off to the races, bro. FTGVN, thank you for the $10. Did you see how Trump effectively reversed Biden's Armenian genocide recognition while Zoran strongly acknowledged it and the 2023 ethnic cleansing? The right looks out for Christians, my ass cheeks. Yeah, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. I did not know that, but thank you for sharing it here. It does sound like some shit that Trump would do, and it does sound like some shit Zoran would do. So crazy stuff there, man. Jerry, thank you for the $5. Kyle, can you tell me why someone who hates Trump would throw his life away to help Trump's approval or his ballroom? Like, come on now, LOL. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, but you're not allowed to ask these questions. You're not allowed to ask these questions because then people will yell at you and accuse you of grifting. Mohit, thank you for the $20, bro. Do you think J.B. Pritzker and Tom Steyer are or could be the class traitor like FDR? Are you skeptical of both? If Steyer passes CalCare, Medicare for all, and a wealth tax, and the same for Pritzker, then I'll wave pom-poms for them. Yeah, man, I'm anti-billionaire, but I'm a big fan of class traitors. So we shall see. My guess is, of the two, I feel like Tom Steyer is more likely to be the real deal, and J.B. Pritzker is more likely to let us down. But it's possible that they could both deliver. So I guess we'll find out. Thank you, bro. Upset Pedestrian, thank you for the $5. Please search Jack Temptation Island and tell me this dude isn't James Tallarico's goofy-ass little brother. Also, if you like KBB, you might like Shabu Hot Pot. That's Korean barbecue.
Yeah, like that one we got.
Hot pot. Yeah, it took work, though.
That.
Jack Temptation Island. Temptation. Okay, let's see. James Tallarico's little brother. He kind of looks like a Gen Z ass kid to me, bro. Like that's what it looks like a Gen Z weirdo, you know? No disrespect to Gen Z. Much love to all you out there. But I'm saying he's got like the classic Gen Z haircut. So anyway, Mohi, thank you for the $10. If you raise income tax brackets to 1950s levels and have wealth tax to pay for all Nordic-style social democracy, social welfare, but there is still billionaires, that's okay in my opinion. What do you think? I mean, yeah, in a world where, you know, we're improving things and not going for the ideal, but just trying to like, get closer to the ideal, then yeah, of course, absolutely, that would make sense. I would take that in a second compared to what we have now. Broadway Scott, thank for the $20, man. I'm calling this weekend Operation Ballroom Shits. Also, did you hear the story about Michael Tracy waiting outside the Hampton Inn to fight Jim Acosta? Nutty side story at the Substack party. Check it out. You guys rock. Well, thank you, Scott. We appreciate you. And I did see that. Me and Crystal got a good laugh out of that. I mean, so unhinged that like they're like, bro, you're a grown man. I'm waiting outside the fucking hotel for you. Like, what is this? What are you, a frat boy after like doing a fucking keg stand? Jesus Christ. Gabe, thank you for the $10. Hey guys, you might have already discussed this, but as a fellow Knicks fan, are you confident that the Knicks can finish this series with Atlanta best of 6? What teams do you see making it to round 2? So Gabe, first I'll say, last Kyle and Corin, we did a prediction. Go on, and Corin may have released it as its own clip, the predictions. You can go check that out on the channel, and you'll know that'll answer that one for you. But like I just said to Corin, going into the series, I felt, bro, we're good. Like, I'm not worried about this at all. We might even sweep them hoes. Now I'm going little nervous. So, but that's just a function of the fact that it's fucking tied,
Exactly.
But I guess we'll see. Corin's not feeling much of the. He feels like we got this shit.
Yeah, I think we'll still be good, Gabe.
Mark Moorer, thank you for the $10. Bashing Bernie is legit insane. The only way you're ever going to have a candidate you agree with 100% of the time is if you run for office yourself. Yeah, I totally agree. And don't get me wrong, like there are times I have criticized Bernie, but it's always like, giving him his proper respect and his proper due, and like keeping everything in context and perspective. Not doing this weird deranged thing where like some random weirdos on the left have like a hate boner for Bernie and they're nicer to Tucker than they are to Bernie. Like that's just so bizarre. Jermaine Omba, thank you for the $5. The Trump regime is moving more like the Taliban than the Taliban moved like the Taliban. Yeah, it's starting to kind of feel like that, isn't it? Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. Slayer Wolf, thank you for the $10. Is Janet Mills trying to lose considering she vetoed that anti-data center bill? How much do you want to bet that she's going to cash in as an AI lobbyist when she leaves office? For sure, I think you're 100% right. I think she's going to do that. And yeah, it looks like she's trying to lose. And apparently she like stopped doing a bunch of ads and shit. So yeah, I don't know. She might actually be dropping out soon. Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Lashes for Ashes, thanks for the $10. Kyle and Corin, I think we should put all 2- and 3-time Trump voters in a re-education with free healthcare and education and no right to vote again. Well, I will not comment on that and get us in trouble, but your comment stands on its own. We appreciate you. Skeptical, thank you for the $5. Hey, Kyle, would you debate Andrew Wilson, the guy who went viral for his wife's 3BD comment? Can't say it in full. I don't think so, because I saw that guy on Rogan and I saw him on the At Whatever podcast, and he's fucking weird and embarrassing. And I don't know if I'd waste my time. He was yelling at some fucking woman saying, like, you eat sniz. First of all, who the fuck says sniz?
Yeah, what is
like, what the fuck is sniz? It's pussy. He's saying you're a lesbian and like you eat sniz and like acting like that's fucking wrong or bad or some shit. So like, I don't know. He's just weird. I don't understand. Some people, I don't understand how they have any fucking audience. He's one of those people. So like, there's no point of connection with our ideology. So it's like not even worth having the conversation. Pentaxistine, thank you for the $20, bro. Yet again, coming through the big Pentax. Yeah. Did you happen to see the Raging Zionist podcast where Scott Galloway gave Shapiro the world's deepest stone massage? Absolutely gross. I saw clips of it and that really was upsetting to me because I liked that guy, Scott Galloway. And for him to like suck off Ben Shapiro is like, what is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. So horrible, just horrible stuff. Guadalupe, thank you for the $5. Kyle, what are the chances that you get Tom Steyer on KKF? I don't know. I don't know. We could reach out, but he's running for governor. I'm not sure he would do it, but so I'll put the chances at 25%. How about that? Taylor, thank you for the $5. Chances N codes are seized. Whistleblower, document case, bunkers. I feel like Trump was compromised in his first term. U.S. hasn't been the same since. So I guess you mean nuclear codes? I don't know, man. I'm hoping that the generals are smart enough to like sort of just take power from him, because what we're witnessing here is worse than the generals seizing power. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Style, thank you for the $5. Caroline Levitt's husband ominously warned, be very safe to a reporter, like he's Roose Bolton whispered to Lady Stark right before the red wedding. Exactly, man. But again, you're not allowed to talk about that, or people will yell at you and say you're grifting and say you're blueing on. Reflector, thank you for the $5. Where's the love for Corin with the questions? Now that your hand is healing, is the water heater sorted? What new food you've tried this year is the most banging?
Water heater's not seated. We have a fan going on that shit just in case it does burst. that we think that that's going to stop the water from leaking. And the new food is Korean barbecue. If you haven't been to a Korean barbecue spot, go there and enjoy that shit because it's banging. You get to cook your own food. You get mad different options of food.
Incredible.
If you go to the one in the Palisades Mall in Rockland, you'll be in for a fucking treat. It's phenomenal.
It's incredible, bro. It really is.
Pentaxin,
our boy, yet again. Dark Matter 2525 did a great piece on prison and punishment. TJ came at him in 2 videos after Dark Matter responded. Dark Matter has it absolutely right. TJ, not so much. I got to take a look at that. Because, I'm a big TJ guy. TJ is a good friend of mine, and, I think he's a very smart guy. The other guy's cool, too. I like Dark Matter, too. Diego, thank you for the $10. Gen Z Republicans are groypers, and Gen Z Democrats are progressives. What is the future of the U.S.? A corrupt shithole like Russia that invades its neighbor, or the new progressive era? Pick one. I mean, right now we're trending towards the latter. But no, the former. Yeah, the former, I believe. So we'll try to make it the latter, but I don't know if we'll be able to pull that off. We shall see, brother. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Diego.
Razor Jams, thanks for the $10. Kyle, would you support a Marshall Plan for Gaza and the Middle East and make Israel, and to a lesser extent us, pay for it? Also, nice cut, Corin. I mean, we have like a moral obligation to like rebuild Gaza and like fucking help them out. But I doubt that we'll do it because we're run by a bunch of fucking demons who, if anything, will like try to profit off of the rebuilding of it and like kick Palestinians out of their own homes. So we'll see. But I don't think it's going to be pretty, bro. I don't think it's going to be pretty.
Celebrity in the chat.
Oh, look, Lane Maxwell. Thanks for the $5. Tally ho, boys. My pardon is nearly finalized, so I'll come on the show and reveal all. I have photos of Kyle and Nick Fuentes that you would not believe.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Your impersonation of Melania. I sent you that clip. That was spot on. That was so
I would not. Nice. I did not suck a Jeffrey Epstein a lemon shape of penis.
Have you died?
Ramrod's Mothers, thank you for the $5. Kyle, have you been watching Luke Thomas recently? He's spitting flames at Dana in the UFC and is glorious. Nice to see someone from that world with some sense. Bro, I fucking love Luke Thomas. Yeah, I watch his stuff all the time. He's been on the show. He's the man. I highly recommend everybody go check out Luke Thomas if you haven't yet. He's great. He's just a phenomenal political commentator now. I mean, he started out just as like an MMA type guy. Now he's MMA, but also he does a political show now, and couldn't recommend highly enough. Everybody definitely go check him out.
Thanks, Ramrod.
RSN, thank you for the $5. Love that haircut, Corin. See, you're getting some love, bro. You're getting some love in the chat. The haircut's getting some love, bro. Love that shit. Sam Zhang, thank you for the $10. Low-key want Kyle to get the Hassan treatment from MSM. Just imagine Wolf Blitzer quotes Kyle verbatim on CNN. Left-wing commentator said DHS head husband puts on big-ass titties. Gonna be so funny. I'm telling you, bro, I am begging for Mark Levin or Ben Shapiro or anybody in mainstream media. Please come at me. I want you to come at me, please. I want some of the smoke that Hassan's been getting. Empire, thank you for the $5. It's hard to make friends as an adult nowadays, especially if you're an introvert and in a foreign country. There's a loneliness epidemic. Any advice? My advice would be you need to have like a hobby that is social in nature and then go do that all the time. And then you will naturally end up meeting people and, becoming part of a crew, whether it's fucking bowling or golf or tennis or fucking World of Warcraft or whatever the fuck.
Some shit. Yeah.
Like do that shit. And then eventually, naturally, you'll have friendships and alliances just based off your mutual love of whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Stephen Pierce, thanks for the $5. Kyle, you roasting Ozempic Jones these days is the best. Been listening to you since I was in high school. I'm 29 now. LOL. Thank you for all you do. Well, thank you, Stephen, for watching the show. We appreciate you very much and making me feel old here, brother, but love you anyway. Malon Miller, thank you for the $10. I would support criminalizing THR production, distribution, and use of AI. Sounds harsh, but I think we can put the genie back in the bottle if harsh enough punishment is introduced. Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot more. We could do whatever the fuck we want. It's just a matter of political will. And that's what like Zoran is kind of proven right now. And it's kind of waking people up. So I think you're right that we can, if we really want to, we can sort of reverse this trend, reverse the gambling trend and shit. And some of this stuff just has to be done, Ali Yerwani, thank you for the $5. Kyle, how did you avoid going down the Islam hating route like other atheists for both advice on finding the one? Okay, so let me start with finding the one. It really is a function of not looking. It's a function of like just like doing your thing, living your life, having interests, staying busy, and then just you'll naturally have some chemistry with somebody that seems like next level. and it'll be
Facts.
reciprocal. And like, that's how you find the one, is like almost by like giving up hope and giving up trying is how it all happens. That's certainly how it happened with me. With a lot of people, that's how it seems to unfold, and it just feels right, and you'll know when it's right. Now on the Islam hating thing, so I never went full, like there's a lot of like new atheists who they hate Islam like more than they hate Christianity or Judaism or Hinduism, and like they made a point of like just Muslim bashing 24/7, and they did it during the war on terror, right? And so my answer is, I've always been anti-war, and I've always been against the war in Iraq and the war in Afghanistan, and like because of that, I was able to understand that the Islam bashing and Muslim bashing was tied to pro-war propaganda. They were married at the hip. Like the Islam hating and the pro-war propaganda were one and the same. And so that's why I was able to not go down the path of hating Islam more than the other religions. Now, having said that, I've always been hard on every religion. So it's not like I give Islam a pass, if you will. But I do, I never singled them out like Sam Harris might or others might. But shout out to you. Appreciate you. 021 Gaming Dude, thanks for the $10. I see a lot of Iranian diaspora rides for Israel, and it baffles me how idiotic they sound. Nearly the entire public in the world are against Israel, but the diaspora apparently knows better than them. Yeah, the Iranian diaspora, like I said, polling on it shows it's like 50-50 that support their own country being bombed. But the ones that do support it, oh my God, they're the worst. Like the people who love fucking the Reza Pahlavi, the son. Oh my God. It's so bizarre and it's so strange. So yeah, it's a very weird, like U.S.-centric thing. And I think it's tied to, like I said, that they were always right-wingers even when they were in Iran, or elites, Joshua Loves Art, thank you for the $10. I love The Wire. I do believe it's my favorite show of all time. Would you agree, especially in comparison to The West Wing? The Wire is about 1 trillion times better than The West Wing. I totally agree. But I would say probably Sopranos, I think I have higher up than The Wire. And even probably Game of Thrones, I think I like a little more than The Wire. But The Wire is a phenomenal TV show. Highly recommend.
I got to watch that one.
Stephen Pierce, thanks for the $5. Kyle, I've been listening to you since high school, 2013. I'm 29 now. Oh, I think we already read this one.
Oh.
Far 20, thank you for the $5. If I could ask Cash Patel one question, it would be, what's the point of always looking in two different directions if you're never see anything coming? Goddamn. Brutally roasted, obliterated. And we got 10 minutes left, guys, just to let you know. I would cut off whatever things you're sending in. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get to all of them. Martin Lawrence, thanks for the $20, man. Kyle, just wanted to ask about your stance on ethnocentrism. I know the idea is viewed as bad, but there are cultures that have historically been under siege and just want to protect what they have almost lost so many times. So yes, to your point, there is a fundamental difference between a minority community being like more insular and trying to protect just even their minority status and cultural practices and shit. That's one thing. It really becomes problematic when you're the dominant culture and you start doing the ethnocentrism, when you have the power, when you have the money, when you already have the control, and you start doing the exclusion stuff to the other minority communities. So it's really that's sort of the main thing. I think ethnocentrism as a general rule is not great, but it's more understandable if you're a minority and you're under siege, right? Once you're the dominant culture and you do it, then it's fucking cancer and poisonous. So that's what I would say. Appreciate you, bro. Ryan, thank you for the $10. Thoughts on the ATF trying to screw over trans people in regards to guns? Sorry if already asked. That was not already asked. And I would expect nothing different from this psychotic, insanely bigoted, transphobic government, which is basically going to try, I think, to take away the ability of trans people to get the health care that they need, right? I mean, I know a bunch of red states have already done that. I would say to trans people that, you're better off in being in a deep blue state where you're still going to be able to get your treatment. But I wouldn't expect any fair treatment from the federal government at this point in time because these people are psychotic. Freakadelic, thanks for the $10. Kamala phone bank convo I had. Maggot. Biden brain dead. Me. Right, he's comatose, but somehow also a total criminal mastermind who's out to ruin Trump's life. Maggot. Irritated. Who is this? Yeah, they never were a consistent one, that bunch. But appreciate you, Freakadelic. Thanks for the $10. Become Numa. Thanks for the $10. The kill Rick Scott thing is funny because his fraud would get him executed or life in prison in China. Meanwhile, he is a U.S. senator. Laugh my ass off. Cook country. In my opinion, that legal judgment would be justified. Yeah, I mean, I've often said that I think corruption should be treated like as serious as murder because it's a country-destroying thing. But I also think fraud. I think to your point, fraud, I think you could add that in the same category. I kind of agree with that.
That's why TMZ's on the scene now.
Totally. Little old Mimi, thanks for the $11. Is the story that the Republicans want to extend veteran military benefits to IDF soldiers, even who served in Gaza genocide, actually true or BS? Thanks, guys. Your haircut looks good, Corin. Thanks, guys. It's real. No, it is real. Military.com reported on it. Trita Parsi, who's an Iran expert, posted it. It's real. So not good. I don't know if it's going to get through, but they're trying to get it through. Bash Bradley, thank you for the $10. Given everything we've seen under Trump 2.0, I honestly, throughout U.S. history, do you think we might be better off ultimately if the federal government did eventually dissolve completely and we embraced de-evolution? No, because I think in a modern society, you can't have a totally decentralized system and no power structure, because then you're sitting ducks for others to come in and like sort of steal your shit and do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks,
no, I'm not like it. I don't like decentralization. I like centralization and intelligent governance, if you will. Kiki, thanks for the $10. Kyle, did you ever see that rap video someone made about you recently that the algo was pushing? It was low-key so good, LOL. Yes, I did see it. And like I said, I enjoyed it very much, but it was AI. And the other thing is, I actually think the Destiny rap was a better beat, in my opinion. The one that did Destiny rap they did. AJ, thanks again, bro, for the $20. Proposal for Kyle. I'll let you use my place in Houston in the winter if I can use your place in New York. Also, Trill Burger is banging. But if either of you come to Houston, definitely try Truth BBQ, my favorite spot in the city. It sounds banging. I'm a big BBQ guy. It sounds banging, and Trill Burger also sounds banging as hell. And I'll consider your kind proposal to swap houses. Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks,
Alex, thanks for the $10. Hey, guys, I'm also from Westchester and Rye, like you guys. One question for Kyle. I don't think supporting Guy Christensen, who said he is in favor of murder since the guy said he was anti-Zionist. Well, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, but I interviewed Guy Christensen for Crystal Kyle and Friends. And like I said, he's like the most censored man in America. He's like a college kid. And they came after him with holy hell raining down on him. So I'm not sure what comment you're referring to, but most of the shit that I've seen where people try to go after him is like, blown out of proportion or out of context or a lie. So if I knew, I would be able to respond more directly, but we appreciate you, bro.
Shout out to you, 914.
Yaru Sabe, thank you for the $10. Kyle, been watching since like 2012. Time flies, but this past year feels like 20. Corin, what's your favorite place in Connecticut? New Haven Pizza or nah? Rich?
Hell yeah. New Haven Pizza is banging. I go to Sally's and Don Pepe's is on the same block. New Haven Pizza is goated. A lot of people don't know that, but Connecticut has really good pizza.
I mean, it's right by New York, it's like right there. So
they're like super old school, like put it in the oven that's been there since like 1800, and it like gets all like that burnt crispy type. It's really good. I like Sally's though.
The Knicks Flicks, thank you for the $10. Kyle, I know you're busy covering the hell on earth we're living in, but I'm still waiting on that Biden report card video. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have time to do that with everything that's going on, bro. But I would give him like a D. He probably gets a D. Obama got like a C plus or something like that, I think. Or I think Biden gets like a D. He was on track for like a B, but then he did the genocide, so like, fuck him. Kander Udon, thank you for the $5. Or Udon. I very much been enjoying the new ball sweat insult. You two look like if you split Eminem in two.
We're at the end, but I'm gonna pick some random fives that I skipped over. Sorry.
Pawn's Gambit, thank you for the $10. I'm watching from the start at 1.5 times, and I'm a little late for this comment. However, you need instant power hair and grease from Home Depot to clog your drain. Thank me later.
Okay.
Instant power hair and grease.
Instant power hair, because my shit gets filled up real fast. Yeah.
Instant power hair and grease, it says.
All right, like 1 minute left.
Lizzie Bennett, thank you for the $5. If Korean barbecue is your thing, I strongly recommend visiting Seoul. The food there is next level. If that's not possible, K-Town restaurants in New York City. Thank you, Lizzie. We appreciate you as always. Dean, thank you for the $5. I'm a little worried in California about a reaction against the incumbents. Can't have a MAGA governor in the largest state/economy. I don't think it's going to happen, bro. I think any talk of a Republican winning governor there is nonsense. Stan the Russian, thanks for the $5. Streamer named Riverboat Jack calls on her viewers to join local Dem/DSA. Look at the last 2 million of her vids. Could mobilize some of your 2 million subs. Grant, thank you for the $5. Medicare for all goes into effect tomorrow, but you have to get freaky with TJ Kirk for 10 minutes. Now that is just an evil fucking situation to put somebody in, brother. That is, I'll overlook that you said that. Okay. JR Van Weept, thank you for the $5. You got to cover Alex Jones' legendary crash out about the Onion and Tim Heidecker. He seems to think the show Tim and Eric is some evil satanic shit. I've been following that, and it's fucking hilarious. Like, he's doing a bit that's better than any bit any comedian could ever come up with because he's just so ridiculous. War, thanks for the $5. Huge fan of the show, Kyle, but for the love of God, stop pronouncing Alzheimer's as if it has a T in it. Alzheimer's. It's Alzheimer's. Keep up the good fight. I'm not saying that wrong. Alzheimer's is how you say it. It's not Alzheimer's. Nobody says Alzheimer's. Ethereal Swordsman, thank you for the $5. So remember the Afro Man trial? Now I'm hearing he might try 2028 presidential run. He ran in 2024, but he's in the public mind a lot more now. So yeah, it's still like a meme candidacy. It won't end up going anywhere, but that trial was definitely fascinating. Appreciate your real swordsman.
I think we got to pretty much all of them.
Hey, Kyle, we always joked about re-education camps, but what should be done about the cult and how far right America is in general? Bro, that is a much too difficult question for me to answer at 11:34 p.m.
All right, here's the last
on a Monday night.
No, this one I think we got.
But I appreciate you though. So what? Who really cares? Thanks for the $5. Kyle, did you hear about the AI data centers have to be completely rebuilt for every generation of chip? Ed Zitron also been saying that Oracle. Holy shit, is that true? If that's true, that's like yet another reason why we should nip this shit in the bud ASAP. You know what I'm saying? And go full Luddite mode.
I think that's everything we got. You're saying it with a T. All good. We love you, bro.
Yeah, but that's how you pronounce it. It's not
Alzheimer's.
Nobody says. Yeah, nobody says Alzheimer's. Nobody says that. No doctor has ever said you have Alzheimer's. It's pronounced Alzheimer's. You do know that, right? Like, I'm not the crazy one here. You know that, right?
You have Alzheimer's, like with the T.
Like, that's not how they say it. Peace and love, man.
Last words.
Thank you, Luna. No, man. Love you as
Adam
always.
King had one. Let me see. Adam has something here. What did you say, Adam? Sorry. I think we. Give me 1 second. Adam, where are you at?
I'll show everybody Phoebe while you're doing that.
Let me just find Adam's shit because I didn't see it, but it was towards the. Adam, Phoebe? Send me your shit one more time, just right quick.
Phoebe literally looks like she's dead. Look at her.
Oh, someone was asking to see your cat.
Yeah, that's the dog though, not a cat.
Oh. I'm not looking. Where Adam?
She sleeps so funny.
All right, Adam, my bad. I thought we read all this shit. I don't know where your shit is, man. Where is it? Okay, Adam, love you, bro. I'm sorry, I can't find it. But if it was some regular shit, I had to just get to the bigger ones because we've been on for a hot minute. All right, any last words, Kyle? Love you, man.
Man, love you too, brother. Thanks for joining, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Knicks tomorrow. Adam, I got you next week. Peace out, Kyle.
Yes, sir. Later.
I was looking for it, Adam. I thought we got everything. All right. Sorry about that. There you go. I love you, man. Shout out to Real Madrid. See everybody. Jimmy Kimmel time. Stop writing so fast. No, I'm not putting Go Hawks on there as summary. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. All right. Love you guys. See you next week. Thanks, everybody, for rocking out. Laura, love you too. Corin, you should have your own political views. I leave it to Kyle. Kyle's the expert. Just watch it. Watch it tomorrow. All right. Peace, everybody. Love you guys. Shout out to my haircut. Peace.